Alright guys, welcome to a new stream. Hope everyone is doing well. Today guys, we have a big tournament going on. This is the Delta Force final tournament. This is a big deal guys. This has been going on for the last 4 days. And in this tournament, there's a lot of things going on. There's going to be a double elimination with it. It originally was up to 160 players over 8 teams. This mode will be a 20v20 warfare mode. I do like the warfare. They're also going to be doing it on the Victory Royale. Sorry, it's the Victory unit for the prize pool of $200,000. That's a lot of money. As I said, this will be a double elimination. So basically, if you get eliminated, you'll be in a loser's bracket, and of course, if you lose again, you're out. So you do get that second chance of coming back. This will be beginning in 30 minutes. So right now we are going to just be playing some Delta Force before the tournaments, and then at that point we can go through the teams and explain the game mode, and hopefully it's going to be a good time. I really want you all to enjoy today's stream. So, you guys ready? Are you ready for some Delta Force? I'm ready. Hopefully you guys are. Welcome everyone. I appreciate you all coming into the stream. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's do it. Let's dive into some Delta Force. This is our first time actually testing out Delta Force on our PS5. PS5 Pro, sorry. So this is the first time we're testing out Delta Force on our PS5. Well, PS5 Pro. There we go. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump into some attacking and defending, some of my favorite modes. Today is the finals. Let's go. Who you rooting for, man? Who you rooting for? Jeffrey, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's currently 11:30 p.m. right now.
Good health to you, bruv.
How you doing, Dax? Right, gonna get ourselves into a game. Some cracked on attacking and defending. I'm excited to see how it's going to look on my Pro. As I said, I just got the Pro today, the PlayStation 5 Pro. So this is our first time playing.
Defenses in the buildings beyond the highway and pin them down while our tanks squash them. Truth will prevail. Attention, enemy incoming.
Stream lagging.
Missiles, fire! All personnel to the front line immediately. Copy. Vehicle drop to target location.
Oh, damn. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I do see that. Oh no. Hang on. Phoenix. Can you just jump off the internet for a second on the console? My stream's lagging really hard. I might have to get the white end of stream. Okay, can you guys hear me? Oh, this is not good. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello? You guys there?
The key objective must remain in our hands. Allied. Somebody
Yeah, can you get her to jump off? Okay, how about now, chat? Hang on, we're getting a little bit better now. I think the internet might be a bit overused. Okay, we better now, chat? How are we now?
Has 80% of their forces left and is still strong, but we must hold this sector.
Stream, can you hear me? Yeah.
Copy.
What about now, chat? Yeah, it's lagging.
I'm here. Hurry.
Still lagging? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get the wife to stop streaming so I can do this. Hang on. I think it's gonna go down and tell her. It could be the weather we're having.
Reloading.
Enemy has taken objective Bravo 2.
Right, okay. Hey. Hang on, she hasn't ended yet.
Enemy soldier located.
Well, the problem is it's the weather. Fine.
Cracks will be the bug plate
Come
of
on.
the world.
She just ended it. Anything better, chat? Oh, wait, can you hear me? You can hear me. How does it look? It's stuttering. Okay. Alright, chat.
Allied forces are taking objective Charlie 1.
Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good.
Fire support.
We're looking good. Okay. Right, it's saying everything's fine now.
You've got.
Alright, guys. Welcome. I do apologize for the disconnection stuff there. But welcome back. If you guys are just coming in, we are doing a Delta Force tournament today. It started with 160 players, 8 teams from different regions. They're going to be doing a best of 3, playing a 20v20 warfare victory unit of a prize pool of $200,000. There's a double elimination. You can go into loser bracket, and then of course if you lose again, then you're out of the tournament. This is the finals, guys. This is the finals of this tournament, so I'm very excited, and it will be starting very soon. But until we wait, we are just going to be playing some Delta Force. I do apologize for the internet issues there. Sometimes it happens, really bad storm, stuff like that. But we're back now, everything is all good. Yeah, everything is perfect now. Awesome. So yeah, the tournament will be starting in about 15 minutes. We already got that stream wheel ready. We're ready.
Smoke barrage ready.
And once the stream starts, we will be going over the teams who are competing in this tournament. And at that point, you guys can decide who you're really rooting for. We gotta find a team we gotta root for, right?
Allied forces are taking objective.
Oh, I am liking this gun.
Reinforced fire support.
It's a good gun. Yes, our round. To clear there. Oh, here's someone. Oh, I can hear the footsteps. Really nice. Ooh. I'm liking these footsteps. Yeah, welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Appreciate you all coming into the stream. Thank you for coming in, guys.
This is our last defense. We must hold it.
Oh, that's the fire mode, so I can do single fire. Okay, that's my bad there. Just clicked the wrong button. See, I've done a lot of this game on my keyboard and mouse. But I am liking how it is on console. Yes, that did. Thank you very much. I do apologize, honey. Sorry about that. It must be the weather, because it's very cold outside. It might be having some internet issues, but we're good now. With Wi-Fi issue? No, I just don't think there was too much of internet speed.
We have lost all sectors.
Just because of the bad weather and stuff. That's why my wife was streaming. Let you know when I'm done. Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, the tournament will be beginning in like 15 minutes, guys. Hope you're doing well today, Dax. Yeah, how much time do we have on until it starts? It is 13 minutes, guys. 13 minutes. While we wait, we can explain a little bit about it. So right now, this is in Vietnam. They're hosting the tournament. As you can see by the brackets of the teams, that's how it started with that many teams. 8 teams, 160 players, 20v20. But these are the prize pools of the winners. So if you get to 7th or 8th place, $1,000. 5th to 6th, $13,000. 4th, $24,000. 3rd, $30,000. 40,000 and 60,000. Wow, that's very impressive. I'm rooting for these guys. I really hope they can do well. And honestly, hopefully they all have a lot of fun. A LAN event too. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Okay, let's go and search for another game. I don't know if we can pull off a whole game or not. We'll see. We'll see. But this tournament is about to begin very soon, guys.
Have a shot of this, mate.
Here we go, it's our second game. We joined a little bit late on the first one. Hopefully we can get a good run in the second one. Should I stay with the assault rifle, or should I switch it to... Because we got so many weapons in this game. We got loads. And I have so many ranked up. So we can really use any type of weapon, guys.
Clear the villages at the foot of the mountain. And then push
Perhaps we can go for... Oh. Actually, yeah, let's just stick what we got. I'm actually liking this gun. See, even Delta Force on the PS5 Pro, it makes it really... It's like same way. It's very clean. I like this on the Pro. Oh, you see that? You dived. Oh, yourself down. Can I get him? Oh, I got him. I think he had like a DMR. I need a heal. Okay, let's push it up. Myself some more ammo. Chuck some smoke. Good smoke throw, good smoke throw. Oh wow, it's going to be a pretty nice push right here. Yeah, there's someone on it. On the side. Oh, two here. Tickled him. Oh, he's got a beacon here. Get that out. Hey! Alright, he's gone. Go get, buddy. Let's go and get this guy up too. Up we get. Yeah. In 10 minutes, guys. In 10 minutes. Was that a tank behind me? Oh, wow. Dude, I can hear the thunder in that tank. Can we spawn on him? Yeah. Alright. Gonna try to help out. Oh, that guy dived. Right, he's gone. Got the back. Come on, show yourself. Let's get this first guy. Oh, he's hiding too. You better watch out. You ain't gonna like what me and this tank are gonna do. We're gonna cause some chaos. That's it, dude. Lit him up. Oh, get this guy. He's an engineer.
Allied troops neutralizing objective Bravo 2.
I think it's probably time to get on foot, right? They're already hiding from us. This is good though. Because if they're hiding, then they ain't going to be available to push. Oh, go over here, over here. I pinged it. Oh, see the cannon, see the cannon. Oh, that was a great dodge. He needs to look at that cannon. Look at the cannon. Uh-oh. We got to go on foot. We gotta go on foot. Oh yeah, so from the last season, I got myself a chainsaw, guys. Yeah, thanks to Delta Force, they hooked me up with the chainsaw from the last season. This is the Halloween event. This is so cool. It's a 2-hit to kill, but the speed on the hits are pretty fast. And it's got a good range of it too. Yeah, it's pretty satisfying to use. Right, he's gone. Nice, nice. Look at these, everyone diving. Oh, yeah. Oh, he got us. Oh, I like how I'm actually like moving with the character when I'm down. See that? Thank you for the revive. I'm a big fan of this quality increase. The Air Force looks really good on the Pro.
Try not to get yourself hurt, right?
Yeah, welcome everyone. Appreciate all coming into the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And almost good morning to many of you guys. It is 11:54 p.m. right here.
Blend in! Hurry up!
I'm injured. Help me. Medic! I'm here. Ready for
Oh, he got me. Wonder what gun that was. See, I need probably got to use an SMG, right?
80% of our troops remain. Continue to push.
Oh, dude, I haven't used this in a while. Yeah, I've got so many bullets for this gun. 70 bullets, chat. 70. I'm gonna tear up in the trenches. 5 minutes, chat. 5 minutes.
Almost killed me!
Oh, he's right here. Go, 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 go. He's done. Oh, he had so much cover there. AKS, that's a nice gun. That's actually one of your first, like, assault rifles you actually unlock in this game. So how's everything now, chat? Is everything looking good? Looking nice and smooth? Honestly, this game looks way more better on my Pro than it does when I have it on my PlayStation, on my PC.
Allied troops launching an assault on objective Bravo 2.
You're lucky to have me!
See, the thing is with Delta Force is that it's free to play, so it's always going to keep getting new players every time. Wait for it, wait for it. Oh, I almost got them both. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. And we can go over the teams. And you guys can decide on which team you're going to root for. Yeah, there's going to be 3 games. So there will be 2 teams are going to be competing, and then there's going to be a team what's going to be competing in the losers brackets. So there's going to be 2 teams fighting, and then one's going to go in loser brackets, and then the other team is fighting to decide on who's going to be out of that. So one team is going to go and lose into the losers brackets today, and one team is already in the loser bracket. So there's going to be one team what's already, 2 teams who are already not in the losers bracket. But of course, there's going to be another one what will be in it. And then at that point, the other team's going to be knocked out from the loser bracket, and then there's going to be 2 teams. So one team, if they lose, they still have a chance to come back. Because although they get themselves knocked in the losers bracket, they have a chance to get themselves out of there. And for how close it is and being in the finals, the chances are pretty high. So we might witness a wonderful comeback today. Like, anything is going to happen, guys. I'm excited. I've never seen a LAN event of 20v20 players before. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out. I wonder how they do comms. I'm assuming they talk between just that squad and that's it. Yeah, I can't imagine having 20 people talking all at once. I'm assuming that's probably the way to do it. But yeah, you're going to see all chat. The whole thing. And by the looks of it, I think that is it. I think we have to get ourselves off this, guys, and get ourselves ready for this tournament. It's starting up, guys. It's starting up. Yeah, you're going to see the whole stream. Whole stream. Increase the quality. Yeah, so troopers, this is Delta Force Invitational Warfare.
And take our objective.
Here it goes.
This is our final stand. We must defend the position at all costs.
Stand or fall. Here we go, guys. It's starting. If you guys haven't left a like, please do. Support the streams. If you guys are on Twitch, you have exclusive drops. Delta Force hooked me up with some exclusive drops for Delta Force.
Welcome to Delta Force Invitational 2025 Warfare.
Our eyes in the skies are paying off a big pig. All that they have is their commander, RRQ-7S, Tala, the commander on the back line.
So this is a preview from the last event, chat. Are they all on PC? That's a good question. I was not told about which platform it would be on, but I'm assuming it would be on PC just to make it fair and balanced. We was watching it yesterday, and I saw like a bunch of computers around, so I'm assuming so, but the input could be the question. I don't think it's the platform, I think it's more about them playing on keyboard and mouse or controller. We might have a mix and match. See, this is what I'm saying, chat. Look, use teams. You got No Mercy in there. You gotta love some of these team names.
They are not stopping here. We're about to be sub 10 minutes and through the B sector here.
Yeah, Dog G, and he also had No Mercy in that one.
They got vehicle superiority on the ground. You're just trying to
And these are some of the previews, some of the recent from this event.
14 and a half minutes, utter domination, dead dog and idle, dog walk their opponents.
You can imagine how challenging it is going to be. These are, you know, every single one of them is a pro player. You know what I mean? So you got to worry about 20 people who are eye on the prize. You imagine how intense that is? Going around the corner, people waiting for you. You know what I mean? Have a vehicle on the flank. Like, the opportunities these people have is crazy. If they see like a good opportunity to flank with a tank, or even just now, like as they're just dropping the missiles. See, look at this aggressive push what this tank player is doing. You know, and now he's got the green light on, so he's got the armor protection. Look how aggressive that is. But that's the thing, them aggressive pushes, that's what you need. You need them aggressive pushes.
Pilot finally trying to
It's the whole tournament is for $200,000. The winners will win $60,000.
end of everything at the end of fault, not even at the end, during Sector B. They put up a great defense. So many vehicles being destroyed on the attempt from Rapid Lobi to attack.
It's a team of 20, so yes, that is correct. Look how tense this situation is. Oh, you see what he's doing? He's actually using the smoke to just loop around to the other areas. So what he's doing is he's taking down an enemy, gets back into the smoke, relocates. Or a bit of jet dog fighting. Gotta love to see it. Oh, you maybe got a little bit too high there. Raptor Low Flow? What an awesome name. Ooh, did he get taken out from the air? So the first game we have is let's get ourselves back. So we got NGX and we got this team here, the TL team. They are the first ones going to be playing. Then we got the DLE team. This is the dog team. So yeah, Dead Dog team, and then first is the TBD team, and then at the grand finals. So really, it looks like the TBD team is going to be competing against the Dead Dog team, and I'm assuming this is going to be for the losers brackets for one of these guys, considering that they're both on this side. Oh, sorry, I do apologize. That's to be decided. That's to be decided. So this team has already went through. So they already won. So these are the two who are competing right now. So one of them's going to get knocked out and the other one's going to be into the losers brackets. Or they make it through. Okay.
Home run to take down the tank destroyer, and it's looking like it's going pretty dang well.
To be decided. I know. I thought it was a team name and then I saw like two of them. And I was like, oh, that's to be decided. So we know the first game what's going to be going on.
이 경험은 성공으로 가는 길을 더 선명하게 비춰줄 것입니다.
So now they're just giving a little bit of a backstory over the players, the teams.
상대팀이 느낄 것입니다. 결승 무대에 다시 섰을 때
Feel free to read the subtitles, guys.
진화해 있을 겁니다.
Is that the trophy? That's an amazing trophy. Can we go back for a second and look at that trophy? Look at that. So it's a missile, or like basically like caved into like it could be like a building or like the ground or something. That's a really, really nice trophy. That's a clever trophy.
Holding down the helicopter, we do finally lose one lob inside of TL.
e스포츠 역사 속에서 저희는 묵묵히 자리를 지켜왔습니다. 누군가의 전설을 따라가기보다 우리만의 역사를 만들어 나갈 때입니다. 새로운 도전의 서막이 열렸습니다. 저희는 이 전장 가장 높은 곳에 머무를 것입니다.
Here it comes, D9!
No, they are. It's 8 teams from different regions.
อย่าคิดว่าพวกเราไม่มีอะไรในโลกของ e-sport ค่าที่สุดคือหัวใจที่ไม่ยอมแพ้และอยากชนะมากกว่าใครนั่นคือสิ่งที่พวกเรามีวันนี้พวกเราจะก้าวขึ้นไปเป็นตำนานบทใหม่
Please welcome Tuxedo NXG.
They're gonna steal it! They're gonna steal it!
Legacy to seal the deal.
That's an amazing trophy. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the best trophy I've seen. That is a fire trophy. I would love to put that up on my wall.
Xin được chào đón cộng đồng người hâm mộ Delta Force tại Việt Nam và trên toàn thế giới đang cùng quay trở lại với ngày thi đấu cuối cùng của Delta Force Invitational 2025 Warfare diễn ra tại Hà Nội, Việt Nam.
Welcome to the audience at the Guangdong Sports Complex and the fans watching live all around the world. Welcome to the finals!
Chúng ta đã trải qua 3 ngày thi đấu với những diễn biến rất rực lửa, nơi mà những chiến thuật và bản lĩnh được đẩy lên tới đỉnh điểm. Và chắc chắn trong ngày thi đấu hôm nay thì những bất ngờ sẽ vẫn còn đó và thậm chí là còn bùng nổ hơn nữa. Bởi đây sẽ là ngày để quyết định tìm ra biệt đội Warfare số 1 thế giới.
After 3 days of competition, where skill and strategy were pushed to their limits, we are confident that the surprise will continue in today's competition, and today is the day that we will find out who is the world champion.
Vậy thì còn
That's it, guys. This is the finals.
Sân khấu để chào đón đội tuyển đầu tiên sẽ góp mặt trong trận đấu.
I'm excited to see the action.
Without further ado, the first team to participate in today's competition, let's welcome Hong Long!
Here is the first team. Oh, they're ready. They're ready. Already sense the chemistry. Imagine all the pressure these guys have. But I bet they're so ready to get in. Usually when it comes to tournaments, when you have all that adrenaline, you want to keep that adrenaline, you know? Keeps you locked in. They don't want that to burn out, so I bet these guys are pumped. A lot of nerves, but I bet they're ready.
Và liệu rằng họ có thể tiếp tục chuỗi chiến thắng hay không? Hãy cùng tìm câu trả lời.
So I wonder what TL can do. And we're going to find out the next team.
Các đồng đội sẽ mang đến trong trận đấu ngày hôm nay.
After 2 convincing victories, Hong Long enters this match without the utmost confidence. They boost the balance and a deep roster, while each player is a sharp infantry marksman combined with vehicle engineers, who went through numerous major tournaments both regionally and internationally. They carefully plan every move, control every engagement, and maximize every opportunity.
So they have all of it. They have their engineers, their recons, and even their vehicle players.
The answer will be relieved by the
So everyone in that team has their role.
teammates in today's match.
Và hãy cùng chào đón đối thủ của Hong Long ngày hôm nay, Tuxedo and XG.
Next, let's welcome Tuxedo and XG.
Here is the next team. This is NSG. I really like the jerseys. NXG.
Tuxedo and XG, đội hình sở hữu những người chơi phương tiện cực kỳ chắc tay và những dàn bộ binh kỹ năng cao, khả năng bắn súng chuẩn xác và kiểm soát bản đồ vượt trội. Họ đã tiến thẳng đến ngày thi đấu hôm nay một cách đầy thuyết phục. Trước mắt sẽ là một thử thách vô cùng lớn khi đối đầu với Hong Long, một tập thể được đánh giá là ứng cử viên hàng đầu cho chức vô địch. Hãy cùng dành một tràng pháo tay thật lớn để cùng đón chờ phần thể hiện của
This is a really big studio. This is huge.
They're a team boosting extremely skilled vehicle players combined with highly skilled infantry units, accurate marksmanship, and
Ooh.
map control. The challenge
So accurate marksmanship. So that doesn't mean just snipers. That could be the DMRs too. But they said highly skilled vehicle players and infantry players.
Let's welcome Tuxedo and XG.
But they're not mentioning about the engineer side. So although they can have highly skilled vehicle players, do they have the support for it? That is the question.
Tấm vé đầu tiên bước vào trận chung kết tổng. Trận đấu xin phép được bắt đầu.
There's no turning back. This is the match. We'll find out the final ticket to the finals.
So one of these guys, whoever that wins this game here, chat, is going to the finals.
Good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome into finals day here at DFIW Stand or Fall. It is day 4, grand finals, 3 teams left. The stakes couldn't be higher. I'm Coach, it's Vivid. We've been with you all the last 4 days. Seen like 12 best of 3s already. It has been insane stuff, Vivid, and I am so pumped about today and this first matchup. How you feeling?
Feeling good, yeah. It's been an absolute marathon here at DFIW. Finally, on the last day, we're going to see who crosses the finish line.
Remember, guys, exclusive drops on the Twitch side too.
Also have a couple of favorites. Super excited to get into the competition. We keep saying, as we get further and further into this event, the teams, they're just going to get closer in skill level, and the games are just going to get better. They've already been good. Imagine them just a little bit better.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Dude, I'm so pumped. And let me be very clear what's about to happen. We're playing winners bracket finals first, all right?
Yeah.
Folks, both of these teams are undefeated. Not even undefeated. They are perfect. Neither have
So-
dropped a map yet. Not a single map. So this match.
Wow, that's impressive. So not one of them have lost a game. Here we go for the players.
Over the last couple days and leading up to this event. To start, we started with 8 total teams of 20 players each plus their substitutes. They all came in from all over.
So this is the Delta Force Global League Season 3.
Make it to this stage. You can see all 8 teams here on your screen. Of course, if you've been watching the English broadcast, you've probably heard us talk about No Mercy.
I believe
Delta Force Global League Season 3. We cast.
Yep, so they are No Mercy were the ones who won Global League Season 3.
From DNI and so on and so forth.
And here's the prize pools.
The big ticket is that everybody that made it to this stage is making a little bit of cash. If you win out first, you're still walking away with $10,000. Our total prize pool of $200,000. A lot of this already haven't been given out.
So,
because we're down
so everyone who's competing in this, even if you lost, you're still coming home with $10,000.
$60,000, and every place you do better throughout the course of today, just winning this match right here is assuredly going to get you 40 instead of 30, because you're going to be going straight to the grand finals. And all we have for you today is 3 best of 3s. TL versus Tuxedo in XG to start. This is winners finals, and then DNI is waiting for their revenge tour down in the losers bracket, waiting to see who loses that upper bracket matchup. They'll then play into the grand finals, and then finally our grand finals today. These are the last 3 best of 3s. Grand finals is going to be a banger, but I think every single one of these matchups is going to be very, very close. And so let's talk about the rules as well. To break it all down, it is quite simple, frankly. We're playing a single best of 3. That's it at every stage on every.
I like that trophy.
Talked about. To win, you've got to win 2 maps in total. Each team is going to attack and defend on the map that they're given. That map is randomly assigned. If we do go to game 3, it is determined by the tiebreakers on your screen, and essentially the team that does better will be able to select the priority side based on the map that is chosen by the opposite team. So that's how that all works. It's pretty simple to follow, and frankly, Vivid, what's wild as we take a look at the bracket is that we have only seen 1 single best of 3 go to game 3.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. Take a look at the top there, right? TL. Their path here to the upper bracket finals. They beat RRQ7S. They beat DNI, both of those 2-0. Tuxedo and XG, similar path there. They went ahead and beat out No Mercy and Rapid Lo-Fi, both of those being 2-0. Dead Dog and Idol, that's going to be the team that is still in the competition in the lower bracket. The team that beat them, the team that put them down there is, of course, TL.
Yeah, TL is on paper maybe one of the strongest teams, but I think we heard it in the intro there. TXD basically saying, don't call us dark horses, and I can agree.
Ooh, don't call us dark horses. Brave words, brave words.
Job. They're perfect on this tournament technically. TL just looks a little bit more dominant. So as we talk about predictions, I think we both agreed going into this one, folks. We're saying TL continues their streak, stays perfect going into the grand finals, winning upper bracket finals 2-0. I mean, we're on the same page, but any words on this matchup?
I mean, listen, I was kind of hyping up these games that we're going to be seeing there because, like I mentioned, the skill level should be...
Oh, the caster score prediction.
Take that into account.
So they're predicting.
See me go ahead and predict a 2-0. If you didn't get an opportunity to watch the TL matches that we got to watch, trust me, a 2-0 seems very, very likely. They are by far, in my opinion, the favorites to win the competition.
They're the favorites to win the competition, but they have to perform on main stage. They can't get comfortable. They've got to go in with confidence, yes, but too much ego, and you can sell. We've even seen that on broadcast before. So
Don't get yourself carried away.
you all are putting in your
If you're going Rambo mode, you're doing really well. Want to calm that down until you get the right time. Okay, so here's the teams.
Let's start with
So you got the leader is the AG78 Cat.
The myth and the legend, AG78 Cat. Unbelievable commander, makes insane calls. Who else stands out to you on this list?
Yeah, he is just so good. I can tell you one name that instantly stands out to me.
And there's the squad leaders.
To go ahead and watch the matches is going to stick out to them as well. Aim
TL Kidshot, that's a nice name.
We've been talking about a DN9 player that's going to be Artyom. The only other player that has been at this event so far that I think matches up maybe even a little bit better is Aim Bobo. He's got some incredible highlights throughout this competition so far.
So I'm assuming they're practicing right now.
For a reason, always is going to put on a masterclass.
And I want to be very clear about something. AG78 Cat, the commander, is on paper the best commander here just by raw stats alone. The amount of points that AG78 Cat is able to bring in based on the way the team executes on his commands has net him the highest number of points out of any.
Alright, here's the other team. This is NGX or NXG, sorry.
This is not a dark horse team. They are a very good team led by Romania. However,
So Romania is the commander, he's the team captain.
Slightly different play style. The leader of this team, the MVP, NTPP. This player is unstoppable. One of the top slayers in the competition. Definitely a difference maker for this roster. Anybody else stand out for you from this squad?
I mean, honestly, it's really hard to go ahead and shout out anybody else. I know.
So who we got, guys?
Right here,
Who have you guys got?
Actually is going to be picking up a lot of the kills, especially against their game in Rapid Lo-Fi, which, by the way, that was an incredible game to watch, right? We kind of came into the competition, Rapid Lo-Fi, after their first game in the bracket. They absolutely stomped. And TXD, we were kind of predicting that RLF were actually going to win that game. TXD, absolutely incredible here, but the odds are stacked up against them. If anybody on this team is feeling like putting on an absolute masterclass of a performance today, they are definitely going to need it. It's going to be needed in order to stack up against TL.
Yeah, and it's really interesting when we talk about this team, but I want to talk about the matchup in general and the top 3 players in each category. Look at this. Actually, interestingly enough, this is what I was talking about top slayer. NTPP from TXD is the top slayer out of both teams, whereas AG78 Cat as the commander is the highest in points. I think some of the highest average.
So these are the top stats. So there is 2 on the TL team, and then there is 1 from the NXG.
Caveat with these score lines.
NXG got the highest kills.
The games that TL have played have been very short, so you got to keep that in mind as well. Let's take a look at these 2 MVPs from each of the rosters. Again, very different.
Ooh, some different score though.
Talk to me about a couple of these stats. Anything stand out to you?
The
Cat has more score, but less kills. That's clever though. The fact is he got less assists, but more revives. See?
Always finding some value no matter what he's doing. Yeah, sure.
Probably being more focused on the objective as well.
This guy's the commander.
Aggressive assists, average kills.
Against what is supposed to be the fragger of TXD. How are you finding so much value? How are you picking up so much score? How are you picking up so much kills while you are also commanding a 20-man squad.
Yeah, it's a really
Yeah, I also think it too. Commanding a 20-man squad.
Really what it feels like. It is 20 players per roster. They've got a full squad of subs. It's really cool to see the strategy from both of these teams. AG78 Cat has been able to do it all. One of the reasons for that, and this is a decently standard role for a commander, they usually play inside of vehicles, right?
Yeah.
And so with that vehicle gameplay, AG78 Cat has been a big difference maker for his team while executing on that scoreline. Also, a small caveat to those stats is that the commanders do earn extra score. So it does make sense.
Oh, okay. So the commanders earn the extra score.
But can I be very clear about NTPP? When we talk about top slayers, averaging 50 kills per map is ridiculous. Can I be very
50
clear about
kills
that?
per
That is
map?
insane. At an esports level on land, you're dropping 50 every game? What in the world? Watch out for NTPP. TXD is a very good team, and I am very curious to see what the chat is saying. Our global chat.
Oh, so the chat is rooting for Tone Long.
I was expecting maybe even a little bit more in favor of TL. We've got
60%, 40% for NXG.
80%.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm being completely honest, goes right. That's how one-sided.
Still close though, still close.
Right. Let's talk about the team dynamics here. TL, why are they so?
You know, that could be turned down pretty easy else if one team's doing better.
That work out every single time. We have yet to really see one of their strats fail. Every single time that they go for something that they want, they end up executing on it. Now, I will say, on the opposite side of things, right, TXD, the one thing that I feel like they have been the best at is controlling the vehicle game.
Yeah, they have been very, very good about that. TXD, I would call a very traditional, very systematic team. I think every matchup we've seen them play, they were able to take down No Mercy with ease at the very beginning of the tournament on Trainwreck. Obviously played Threshold after that. I think this team is a good one. I think they actually are a great one. I think the big question is, do they have the star power to compete with TL, who has so many stars that are understated? I mean, there's a couple individuals on TL we hardly ever highlight.
Yeah.
Because AG78 Cat is at the top of every leaderboard, and you know, the commander, they get all the publicity.
Everyone is locked in. Everyone's staring at the screen. They're so ready.
Team, at DFI in operations, one of the most individually skilled players I've ever seen in Delta Force, period, regardless of the mode. And he's on this team. And he's a little bit understated because there's so many heavy hitters, so many people that are, you know, worth giving their flowers to, that it's hard to talk about all of them. I feel like the star power on TL is more than TXD, but TXD is a very systematic team. If TL comes in too confident, too much ego, I think they can drop a map.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about TL, right? You're kind of talking about how it seems like it's been hard for us to kind of point out some of those star players. They haven't really needed a star player performance yet. They haven't really needed somebody to kind of step up and help them across that finish line, just because them cohesively as a team does a good enough job, a very good job at just going ahead and doing exactly whatever they need to go ahead and win the game. So, you know, we keep saying it time and time again as we go deeper into the competition. We do expect the resistance from the opposition of TL to get stronger and stronger.
We got to turn our attention to the maps.
Yeah,
what
This will be starting in about 5 minutes, guys.
In for the grand finals. Again, we have a 6-map pool, and we get a chance to see some of our players preparing a 6-map pool. It is randomized every single time, and somehow we've gotten Threshold the most. Let's see what map we get for this matchup. Are we headed to Trainwreck? Are we headed? No way!
Oh, it's going to be Threshold. I love this map. I love Threshold.
Again!
That's going to be intense.
This random map generator is going crazy for Threshold, folks. I'm telling you, out of 6 maps, we pulled Threshold. What is this, number 7?
Number 6.
Number 6 total. We pulled it 6 times, and this is match number 12, technically. So it's still at a 50% pull rate.
Crazy.
A 50% pull rate out of 12 matches. That is crazy. Well, as we all buckle in for another Threshold game, we all know how this map works, but I guess maybe some folks may be just tuning in for the Grand Finals day. I think fair enough. It's going to be a really good day. Let's briefly talk a little bit about this map and what we can expect. I think a couple of the quick hits.
Yeah, see, there you go. They're practicing on the firing range. They get stuff ready. Working on a loadout, sorting out their class.
But in general,
I wonder how many people will be switching out classes, though. Do you think there's going to be like some variety players who will like potentially rock like a support and then switch to engineer over time?
It was actually up against DFIW.
Or do you think each player has their own role? I don't know. They might have like a variety player who like will switch between the two, but depends on the map, right? You know, if the map changes, there's a playstyle for others.
I will say B1 and B2 have been a very interesting.
Because there could be points, there could be certain maps, like just like how it's with Threshold. Threshold, especially right at the start, is going to be more tighter. But there's open areas in for the left side and the right side, but then they can still take good cover once they have a good team what can keep that cover for them. But as soon as they push, they're going to be extremely exposed. So this might be a time where they need to focus on the engineers to keep damn vehicles alive, because really vehicles is what's going to help out the most. If they can crack down on the players using the vehicles, then they can use their team to push.
Vehicles called in, so yeah, there's a kind of
really that's the saying. The infantry players are going to kind of help that tank out, give it cover, but the tank is one what's probably going to be aggressive.
Yeah.
So Threshold is also very, very important, based on where the teams start, like what side they kind of start on, right?
Sure.
Obviously, we know TL is very good. TL have shown us and impressed us the most when they are on the attack side. That is when we get to see all of those nerdy strats kind of pulled out.
If you guys do want to watch the official stream yourself, you can check the pinned comment or the link in the description.
Because TXD, again, they're good at the vehicle game. The fact that they're going to be starting a little bit of a leg up, they're going to start with that helicopter, and they're going to start with that tank destroyer. So, you know, already kind of starting up like that against TL, I think is going to be a little bit favorable for them. Now let's talk about how TL are probably going to play the defensive side of this. We saw them against DNI. They instantaneously use that LAV vehicle to just sit as far back as you can possibly go on the Threshold map to continuously go ahead and pester that helicopter. It worked extremely well against DNI, and I would not be surprised to see it work extremely well against TXD as well.
Well, already, and this is oftentimes the case with a lot of our teams, based on what side they pull, they may make some substitutes. So we do see VK come in for ATX. There could be a billion different reasons for why, frankly. Oftentimes, we will see because of helicopter operators or anything like that, but
we have not seen VK yet, and ATX has been in every single game that TXD have played.
Okay, so this is a winners final substitute.
Yeah,
interesting.
4 minutes, chat.
Well,
4 minutes.
Could be a million reasons why.
This is the 12th match so far, guys. The 12th match.
We gotta keep our eyes out for our sub. They could be a difference maker. They could be a big opportunity to kind of lock in and show the world, hey, I'm on a grand finals team potentially if we get the win. I'm on a winners finals team, regardless of whether I'm a sub or an active player. Could be a huge difference maker. We'll keep an eye out for VK as we hop into the game. But that is a good shout. Talk about nerves, man. We're on day 4 of a LAN competition. You've been sitting in the wings watching your team win and win and win and be perfect. And you got to step up onto the stage at winners finals. Stakes literally couldn't be higher as a spot into the grand finals later today. And you got to play for the very first time.
I do think it is also important to note here, bro. You're kind of talking about nerves. Fatigue can also kind of play a part.
That's what I was saying at the start, chat, about the adrenaline, the nerves. It's a lot of pressure.
They are both.
Because whoever wins this is going to go into the finals. And they have one more match to win it.
But day 3, they have a little bit of a rest day. So both of these teams should be well rested. Talking a little bit into the future right here, of course, one of these teams is going to lose this match, and they are going to have to go against DNI in the lower bracket, who is not rested. They had to play every single day.
Yep, so whoever loses this will be going into losers bracket, and they have one more chance to get themselves out of it. And if they don't, they're knocked out, and the other team will be moving on to game 3 to find out who the winners are going to be.
AG78 Cat versus Romania here on the opposition side. Really feels like AG78.
Okay, so by the looks of it, they're waiting in the lobby right now.
But at the same time, as we see some of our players celebrate, get ready, get excited, at the same time, not every team plays the exact same strategy. So as much as AG78 Cat is a difference maker, a vehicle operator. Romania, I believe, also a vehicle operator. But I think oftentimes that score going to the commander is just about how well their calls are executed on. So something to keep an eye out for is if there's wasted score, that could be the difference maker here in the upper bracket finals.
One thing that I actually just realized, taking a look back at some of our past matches there.
It's about 2 minutes, chat.
We saw TL on Threshold and how TXD could actually use that information.
Thank you everyone coming in. I appreciate it.
TXD, I totally forgot. They also played on Threshold.
Yeah.
That was when we got back-to-back Threshold yesterday, right?
Yep.
TL versus DNI, that was Threshold, and then TXD.
I can't believe you're still up, Dax.
On day number 2, we're both Threshold.
Yeah.
So both of these teams are actually pretty equal in terms of being able to see what the team is kind of going to be able to expect.
All right, here we go. They get us up ready. Game is loading up.
Some of the big strategies that
Okay, so we got some engineer players.
I think the main
Okay, you got support players.
Of your screen, by the way, we're about to hop into the game. Looking at the monitors, they're loading in. They're selecting their operators. They're making sure they select the right commander, and we're getting into Victory Unite.
Here we go, guys. So this is Victory Unite 20v20.
At the start of this game on that lob. The defense starts with an anti-aircraft vehicle, and the attack starts with a helicopter and a tank.
Anti-aircraft, okay. Okay. Assault vehicle and a chopper. Okay.
And as the attack, oftentimes,
Here we go. They're working on a loadout. Getting a little bit of fine-tune of the settings.
That means a ton of value for the attacking team, moving even all the way to point C, because the defense can't even set up on the crane because they're losing the aircraft battle, or the airspace rather. So something to keep an eye out for. Last quick note though, folks, as we're hopping into the game, maybe you're just tuning in for the grand finals. I do want to remind you, we are playing our competitive tournament server. So we had the 6-map pool.
Okay, so they're just that guy there, he was tweaking the channels. He was just tweaking from like each teammate. So I wonder if they can all hear each other then, can they?
To earn extra score based on objectives. They can call in things like urgent redeployment, because in Victory Unite, respawn timers are very long. So keep that in mind as we go, and of course...
So you hear that, chat? Respawn redeployment is going to take way more longer.
Is Grand Finals Day, and we are about to jump in to our very first map of our first best of 3. This is the upper bracket finals. Vivid, the winner here goes straight to the grand finals, waiting on their competition.
Straight to the grand
So they all know what a big deal this is. But that's what I'm saying. Whoever wins or whoever loses, it is not done yet. They still got plenty of more chances to go.
We mentioned it before.
All right, here we go.
Toxido and XG on Threshold. They're going to be starting on the attack side of things. A little bit of an advantage when it comes to.
So we got TL and we got NXG. Who you rooting for, guys? Who you rooting for?
They have impressed everybody that has tuned in so far to DFIW. This one is going to mean a lot. So much on the line here on the final day of our event here. I am getting very, very excited how Threshold is going to go. 3 total sectors. The first one there, A, it's going to feature 1 flag. We've seen teams play this very differently. Folks, we are in.
Game 1 of the upper bracket finals, and it starts off with a bang. We've got attack moving in as per the usual, straight.
Oh wow! So instantly aggressive push, instantly,
shot of that lob.
Without even hesitating. They straight away went for the push.
Let's make sure it stays alive. Attack helicopter already in the skies and already harrying the bridge. But we've got a strike force from the attack.
Okay, that one guy at the bottom left. You see how he's checking his flank already. That's how aggressive they are. You know what I mean? They're already checking that flank.
The kill feed is lit up right now. The helicopter.
The guy's pre-firing, see if he gets any hits for that smoke. You can imagine how difficult it's going to be to see that smoke.
Kind of talked about it already. The LA
how thick it is.
TL is going to be sitting very far back. It's
Alright, the team's making the push. Right, so it looks like they have the right side already.
Value already out of the helicopter, which kind of worries me.
They're in. They're in. They're already pushing in.
I have never seen a team.
Oh, hang on. I think someone just went on the flank.
That progression bar right there.
Whoa. Okay. Look how quick they're taking that flag. And there's the vehicle. The vehicle's already pushed in. The vehicle's looking pretty good with health.
A little bit more aggressive to find the right angle. Tank destroyer has just about.
So now the other team has to push it. TL's got to push this. Because if they don't, then NXG is they got this first capture.
some folks even favoring Nox for the
A
flank.
really strong push on the right side. Not too many people on the center flag.
This could be a huge win for TXD.
Or,
We may be
oh,
saying
the flag's going down. It's going down.
TXD is
Remember,
starting
this
out
the
so
respawn time's going to take
What an
longer.
incredible push. Like I said, I have never seen a team take that backside of the palace so fast, so aggressively. It looks like literally all 20 boots on the ground right there for TXD are in that palace. They've actually pushed up. It kind of looks like they're the ones defending A now.
So this guy's using the SMG.
Push towards them. It's all red. TXD make quick
I think that's the
work of
weapon we got from Season 1.
And all of a sudden, TL fall early on, 2 minutes.
Look at that, guys.
All it took.
How crazy is that? 2 minutes all it took, man, to just flip that around.
Fair competition as we take a look at the push over to B1 and B2. TXD
Already pushed it.
We've got a strike force going around the flank on the far side of our screen, and then we've got.
So now this is going to be an interesting one because now, if they could pull off that flank, then they can actually crunch them on both sides.
They are systematic and strategic.
But on the B1 area, they can actually jump on top of the area, so they can actually flank from the top.
Playing down below does get traded out. I don't imagine that.
Okay, there's one vehicle. Looks like it's taking the far left.
There's no way they let that one fly.
Yeah, quick reminder as well. The defensive objective is to deplete all of the tickets on the side of the attack. 180 is the maximum that you start with. They do replenish at about a rate of 60.
See, like now they're going to try to get at vehicles, because if you get at vehicles, then they ain't going to have that support. And it's just the infantry.
They only lost.
And the redeploy time for that vehicle is going to be a really long time.
Minus there a little bit. Now, a little bit of a stalemate here. A big objective.
You see how that vehicle is like just re-peeking it?
Side is control of the garage on the left side if you are looking at B1 from the attacking side. Getting your vehicles
picking out his teammates.
Hard because it's
So there's your medic.
Where rockets find value easily, but as you can see here, the tank destroyer is already actually through that garage, and they love to go.
Ooh, that's a really good position where he's at.
This goes another aggressive push by the boots on the ground.
Because the thing is, where he is on that far left, he can actually just fall back there, take some cover. He also has a teammate engineer there too, so he could just tap him up with the repairs. But the engineer is down, or they're pushing pretty hard on that flag now.
From either team, we've only been playing for about 4 minutes.
All right, so now it looks like the TL is the ones who have a vehicle now. So this might be good for them to actually push back the other team.
Lank's going to go in and play spoiler here from TL, but then get cut down pretty quickly. Aim Bobo trying to play backup, holding the shipping containers on this close side of our screen as a current. You see the strike force going in from the beach.
See, if I'm not wrong, I believe that NXG, they have a just a natural car. But the thing is, though, what's important about that car is because they can use that as a spawn point. You see, so the teammates could spawn on that further, so they won't need to spawn all the way back to the spawn, because they might not be available to spawn the teammates because they're being suppressed, etc. I'm liking this tank player, though. Keeps re-peeking it, he's going backwards and forwards. Got to keep consistently moving, you know what I mean? Because, oh, okay, so he's got like a...
Maybe a bit of a desperation play.
He's got a heavy hitter cannon.
Sure that we keep up our advantages
Ooh,
or hold on.
See, like now the engineers are jumping on him, repairing him.
This is not the same TL we are used to seeing, and that's what I thought.
Oh, that vehicle's pretty close though. But look, he's surfing on the vehicle, repairing it.
This is an urgent time to redeploy onto B2 to make sure you don't get steamrolled. We have to stop.
Okay, the car's helping him out now.
Now, we've seen this previously, just yesterday, actually, on Threshold. We saw a team get B1.
Yeah, I want to see a little bit of gameplay for this guy.
And B2 was actually held for the entirety of the rest of the game, right? So the defense actually won in that scenario.
See, because of that cannon, that's going to be like a... If they get like direct hit, they're done. I wonder what the splash damage is offering. Or knocked down. Look at that, and then instantly starts getting repaired. So, okay. So the car put down a redeploy beacon. So that's the good thing about the vehicles too. They put down a redeploy beacon. So the car doesn't need to be sat there just for redeploying.
Toxido NXG want to start pressing their advantage.
That's a great breakdown. The helicopter can be a huge.
See, TL, they have their vehicle, but they're kind of holding that back because they only have one. They only got just the one.
A crazy amount of value. from the attacking vehicles.
But look how many people are running out, you see? That's too many people who are not on the objective. So at this point, they're going to start pushing. If they can crunch down this team here before the rest actually truly push in, they might have a chance. Look how close they are. They're already basically... It's half and half on this objective for B2.
Of like 4 or 5 minutes that they've been in the B sector, which is really not very much at all. Again,
Oh, but there's a lot in there.
Until sub 120 and
Oh, this vehicle's almost done. It's really, really low. It's one more shot. One more shot and that vehicle's gone. If that vehicle's gone, that's it. Okay, the comms have been called in. Right, he's pushing it. NXG, the vehicle play. Oh, he really wanted it. Alright, there goes the vehicle.
Great communication there, right? Tank destroyer. Somebody must have.
See, this is not good now because now they just lost their vehicle support.
Called out. Hey, listen, that LAV is very low. Instantaneously, the tank destroyer went ahead and pressed the advantage. Now, again, like I mentioned, B2 is almost only ever held when there are vehicles on the point. The LAV there going down on the side of TL is just screaming for it to be taken right now. 2 vehicles available. Urgent deployment on the side of TXD. They are just sweeping the floor.
They got that good head glitch.
Early on here on Threshold.
Yeah, NXG is going in super. Like that's what I said, chat. This is a smaller one, so you can imagine like really probably what their tactic wanted to be. And it seems like that tactic. Obviously, they have plenty of tactics, but one of them is the aggressiveness. They can't let them have a breather. Right now, they're doing pretty good.
To push up and push back the attackers.
That Allura rocket, that one connected right there. The tank destroyer is actually down. Incredible effort from TL to finally stop the bleeding. They had such a big disadvantage when it was down to the vehicle game right there, but finally they were able to bounce back just a little bit, get something working on their side of things. And we've actually seen this before, Gojo, as well, right? This assault vehicle able to drop down beacons very, very often. And what that does is just allows every single member of the team to spawn right there, right in front of B. We saw some incredible pushes from other teams on this map, prioritized destroying that assault vehicle. But the fact that TL were barely able to get that tank destroyer down, I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be able to press towards that assault vehicle, which is why you continuously see the blood here from TXD.
Yeah, nice respawn beacon on to the point. I can't imagine it lasts all that long. It's kind of out in the open. Romania's marked this objective, most likely this objective, for a take. Could have marked B1 for a hold, just to assuredly get some score. Again, that score is so valuable for urgent redeployments, and of course all of the streaks that you guys are used to. But again, TL, certainly resilient in their own right. They've been able to hold on to this point, even with their backs against the wall. Again, we saw a couple vehicles for them. Those were ATVs. Those were to get to the point faster. They do not have a real vehicle to their name, and you can see that now on our overlay.
It just shows that TL is really holding this along.
And that helicopter in the air.
Okay, here's the score. So one team's already... Oh, the chopper just went down. Look at that. Who took that down?
A couple well-placed rockets. I'm not sure if that was a Luru plus maybe an 18-4 shot, and it was perfectly lined up. But talk about a game changer, folks. B2 is about to falter. Helicopter down. Lil Egg was doing so much work in that heli, and they line it up. They knock it down, and they are trying to retake B2 here.
Super rare to see any aerial vehicle go down to the works of some rocket launches from the ground. As you can see, another vehicle battle going in favor of TL. Urgent redeployment is being called in on both sides. B2 was almost in full control of TXD right there, but because they did not go down to the helicopter, because the vehicles were actually able to spawn in, they're able to roll over all of the boots on the ground.
This is insane.
TXD, TL have somehow bounced back.
I can't believe TL is holding this, and they're actually, like, the fact is they're doing something back to this is incredible.
In this entire match, assisting in that engineer role here as 777's getting active. 777's splattering folks, and we have completely retaken B2. Talk about a gigantic momentum shift. I'm not sure which crowd, which team the crowd is going for. I think they're here for a dang good time, and we're certainly finding it right now as Lank's getting extremely aggressive, taking down the assault vehicle, and they are pushing that line all the way back.
Look how far they pushed them back. At this point, the team isn't even on the objective anymore.
Them in this attack right now. If you want to talk about wins on this map,
I believe they have like 95 tickets. I believe that's what it. Yes. So right at the top. So TL is the ones who are defending. So by the looks of it right now, what they're trying to do is they're trying to prepare. They're regrouping with the vehicles. Okay, NXG has a tank now, and I believe that's the light tank. So that's got some really good speed on it.
With 30 less than is the maximum. But Goes, you mentioned it, this line. The line that TXD had pushed all the way up to B2, now it's all the way back at B1. They've got so much space to make up.
Well, big pickup here from vehicles and well earned by the attack. They've got plenty of score, and now they've got the vehicle advantage yet again. They need to use these vehicles effectively, not get too aggressive. Take a look at what's happening over here, though. You can see 3 players from the defensive side waiting on another vehicle of their own. They've got to match some of that firepower. You know how valuable these lavs can be inside, and tank destroyers inside of B2. Yeah. They may drive all the way in, pending they can get one of these vehicles down. I think it's going to come down to a strike force. I don't think they sacrifice both these lavs by full sending the tank on the outside. We need to see an infantry engineer strike force go out for a vehicle play, and of course the attack's going to be waiting on that.
Tank Destroyer trying to get active right now. It goes right through B2. That was just a little bit of a drive-by, seeing if it could find any value, but I'm not going to lie, Goj. My hopes right now for the push from TXD, it is all but burnt out, in my opinion. The fact that
this is Delta Force Invitational Finals. It's for $200,000. This is the finals of it. So this is game 3 right now, or like technically the first game. So whoever loses this team is going to be knocked down to the losers bracket. But the other team, whoever wins, are going to be the ones going into the finals. It's getting pretty close though. There's 78 tickets. Look at that. Look at the push what they just did there. Now they're both falling back.
Of his teammates. Love, unbelievable play from the commander. There's a reason he is the MVP of this team over and over and over again.
The momentum swing happened, and man, did it happen hard. The bottom of your screen, the little overlay, 2 vehicles on the side of the defense to 0. 0 on the side of TXD. They had 4 available right there. They pushed in. The defense from 78 Cat turned into an offensive push where they were able to destroy.
Alright, there's the vehicles coming in. Oh, is that 2 tanks? A light and a heavy tank.
The vehicle's able to be spawned back in with some score.
This is a big deal. Because right now, because of the tanks they got, they might have a chance to take down the enemy teams.
This isn't going to be an all-in from the attack yet.
Can NXG do it though? Can they actually take down like TL's vehicles?
Yet, so those aren't actually all that expensive. They're probably saving onto some score for either a team strategic beacon or potentially another urgent redeployment. We'll keep our eyes out for that. We do have an artillery strike, but the defense is completely pushed back this push.
Oh, so who's calling in the artillery strike?
They're just going to retake B1 because they can. Hopefully,
is it TL or is it NXG?
But I assume they've got their respawn beacons back by B2, so they're willing.
Oh, that might be NXG.
Side up at B1.
Oh, that's gonna be tough.
I told you to watch out for this.
Or team on the flank. Look at this. Oh, falling back. It's got a bunch of engineers repairing him. Eyed in the corner. 1 guy's down. So there's only 2 more. Just been revived. Oh, this might not worked out well. No. Oh, and the beacon just got destroyed. That's it. You lost their chance there.
On the B2, clear out some of the infantry, but because the LAV has now cleared out that strike force, it's able to get back into the action, push the tanks back off. But right now, a slight advantage on the side.
They just need to hold it for 49 tickets left, chat, and they win this game.
They have an opportunity right now, but it's going to be shut down very, very quickly by the fact that TL are calling in the urgent deployment.
Yeah, they feel it too. They feel the pressure right now, especially with the lockdown, vehicle disadvantage. It looks like they're calling in another one right now. They feel it, so they're going to keep bodies on at the point. I will say, by the way, Osmodius from TL calling in his own artillery strike, and I think it showed 3. I saw at least 6 in the kill feed. Dude was putting in work from hell itself with that airstrike over the top. AG-78 catches.
And TL are really holding this.
He is cooking, and that must be all the engineers of his opponents, because now 777's going into play for the trade. 777's turn.
Oh, so the tank's gone. Tank's gone. Oh, I think TL might have this. If they do, this is incredible because they lost their first flag really quick. Or bailed out. That's the other tank. So there goes their vehicles. There goes their vehicles. NXG might. I think they have this. No, sorry. This is TL.
He no longer wants to look at B2. He no longer wants to defend. He wants to go on the offensive, pushing all the way up there, picking up all of those kills. That's why we talked about on every single squad.
I like how that vehicle player is checking all the corners. It's not just staying in one place. He can't though, because if he does, it'd be too predictable for the enemy team.
Why he's the MVP of TL.
Good shot, putting in work. Boots on the ground right now.
Oh, see, like they just hit him from top.
The attackers even have to think about B1. It's just too late to take B2. Certainly not a vehicle advantage either way. Get an assault vehicle here for TXD, trying to figure out what do we do. Trying to stay alive for a moment. Trying to respawn team in and organize the final push towards B2. It feels like all hope has been lost for TXD. It's AG78 Cat in 777 have regained yet again, both in labs still, both playing very well.
Yeah,
together.
this is it. There's no way they can come back on this now.
Been able to hold this point. Our commander doing everything for the team.
Well, a tank is spawned.
Comes in for TXD.
But can this tank make an impact? The only thing they can really do is push it, but then, like, let's be real, if he pushes it, it's not gonna work. He's got to wait for the opportunity to push that.
To make the push to the point very difficult and putting out a team strategic beacon so that if anybody falters, they get right back onto the point and don't have to move a muscle before they get
By
back
looks of it, chat, it looks like TL is going to be the ones making it into the finals.
Massive way. As long as they don't make a mistake, this should be a win from TL in map 1.
Yeah, big halt in the effort right there from the attack side, right? They want to reset the 18 tickets, 18 effective lives to work with here. That's why they want to go ahead and reset. They want to make sure when they use them, it is worth it. The push to B2 has to be calculated entirely. The push is coming through, and I can't lie, I see a lot of points, but AG78 Cat, he's looking.
Oh, here we go. They're trying to push it. No way.
Right now, about 10 seconds before this lands, the attack.
Don't tell me. There is no way they're going to pull this off. The guided missile coming in, but I think this is from NXG. Is it from NXG?
I see a value of 1 right there.
Oh, it only got 1 with that rocket.
Off the point, and now the defense is able to push back into B2 and reclaim.
Oh my God, NXG is actually they're in. They're pushing it.
It's landing on my head, so I gotta back out of there as the team.
Oh, now they're putting it back. They're putting it back, dude. That was close. That was really close. Oh, the tank's screwed. Tank's getting hit hard. It's gone. Tank's gone.
By AG78 Cat's engineers.
See, like for 7 tickets left, they're being aggressive. They're just being aggressive. They're trying to do anything they can. That's it. It's over. TL's going to the finals.
No question about it. They need 1 single kill to seal the deal. Unbelievable hold from the defense. A fantastic play from the commander and an overall team effort.
Oh.
Cat adds salt to the wound, takes down
TL just he just got a bunch of kills right at the end.
Go up 1-0 in the winners finals.
So they're in the finals, guys.
I saw double LAV on the side of TL.
Oh, they're very happy. They made it to the finals. If they don't win it, they come second place, you know?
For them to worry about. It was all said and done. The story had been written. B2 was always going to be held once that happened. The strategic mastermind.
They just couldn't pull off that B1.
As those 2 vehicles in the hands of somebody like 78 Cat and XD 777, they do not falter.
Really well done. The play of the game, as we take a look back on some of these highlights, the play of the game is taking that heli down.
Absolutely.
I gotta see exactly what happened.
Yeah, I want to see this heli takedown. I don't know how that happened.
TXD, as much as that
They must have hit him with a rocket launcher.
TXD owned the map.
And that was really close too. They really relied on that chopper. So the fact is it went down because that was the only chopper they had.
in, I think, 2 minutes. They spent 4 lives. They picked up every revive. They could do whatever they wanted. They take B1 immediately, and they push up to B2.
I know, yeah, they TL, not NXG, they done really well for the first sector.
And then when we got here, things changed dramatically. Look at this. This is early in this matchup. We finally get the hold from the infantry. And then the shots here, I think those are some Allura rockets that ended up cleaning it up. But a huge takedown of the helicopter allowed for both of these lobs to stay on point, back each other up, and get extremely aggressive. And when you allow AG-78 Cat and 777 to work in tandem with 2 of these IFB lobs, it is a complete map reversal in TL.
So you see what it is then. Yeah, they do have a good group of engineers that try to keep them vehicles alive. And they usually have about like 2 to 3 engineers.
I was hoping for the
I can't believe this only got 1 kill.
It looked so good throughout. I was on the same page as you go. I thought we were going to Sector C early on. I was getting ready to start talking about some points, talking about the advantages that they had going into C1 and C2. And then all of a sudden, TL come back. They remind us, hey, no. We know exactly what we're doing.
Well, this is exactly what I was talking about. Let's take a look at the scores before we get more into the nuance of that game. Of course, AG-78 Cat at the top of the leaderboard by a country mile. By a country mile on
37 kills for Bear Cat.
Earn extra score, but he's doing it all as well. 37 kills, 25 assists, prioritizing vehicle destruction, second in that
A lot of assists from all of them though.
Engineers, I believe.
TL got a lot of assists. So it shows that they wasn't on their own majority of it.
Category for both teams. We see pretty solid numbers. Got to shout out CBBT from TXD, picking up 75 revives, and plenty of others picking up 40s.
Many of them are support and engineer.
So many lives, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, tough break there, honestly, for TXD. How this is going to work? A little bit of a break here. This is a best of 3, so 1 game down. TL do have the lead, but now they will switch.
Best of 3, guys. Best of 3.
Exact map.
So if they win, if TL wins the next game, they're in.
Now, typically, we have not been able to back this up with facts from this event, but typically, when we do watch some warfare, it's usually defensive side. As we take a look at some of the stats right there, 12 vehicles
Okay,
destroyed.
give me a second, chat. I'm going to go for a bathroom break real quick. I need a toilet.
Plentiful amount of revives on their own.
Thing, yeah.
A little rare, right, for the defensive side. So,
yeah,
you know, great work there from them.
I think one of the reasons for that, if you start thinking about the map structure and map flow, they're able to pick up a crazy amount of revives on B2 because it's so enclosed, it's so clumped up that a medic's going to go around and pick up as many people as humanly possible just to keep bodies on the point. It's quite not easy, but fairly easy to do that, especially if you get vehicle advantage. So really well done from the defense there to pick up a lot of revives just to keep bodies on the point. There's so many small nuances about that matchup that I wanted to highlight. Again, the air superiority is the obvious one. The helicopter is such a game changer if left unchecked. It was left unchecked. They did lose the lob. It got too aggressive trying to take down the vehicle landing, and TL was ready for it. I think really it goes back to what we talked about at the top of the show for these 2 teams. TXD is a very good, systematic, strategic team. They have their system, they have their plan, and they are so good at executing upon it. However, TL is on paper, in my opinion, and now by example, a better adapting team. They have great strategy as well, but they were able to adapt to the pressure, make a play, and then flip the script. And once the script was flipped, TXD couldn't pivot.
Yeah, I mean, that happened in like the blink of an eye. Absolutely crazy stuff there. Shout out to TL for being able to overcome the pressure, right? It felt like their backs were up against the wall, and somehow they were able to go ahead and turn that around. Now again, like I was going to say, we like to say sometimes, me and Goj, that warfare, after watching a bunch of it ourselves, usually defensive sided. Usually we like to see the defense win more times than not, but this tournament, again, has not backed that statement up at all. Let's take a look at our MVP. Everybody knew it, 78 Cat. The plays that he was making, we saw it in the highlights. We saw it during the game itself.
Sorry, I just had to go for a bathroom break.
He was able to pull off in that
I thought I might as well do it while they're taking their break. I'll take my break.
Score somehow, and he's almost like double the player behind him on the team.
Yeah, it's really impressive score lines. I think, again, when we talk about stats, we've got a bunch of stats here on the page. AG78 Cat outscores everybody by
Yeah, this 8-cat guy is doing really, really well. It shows that why he's the commander.
And that is correct. Really well done from all three of these players. Look at the assist category. These are most likely, we'll have to double check this, I would assume these are his engineers that are going to be playing with him the entire time. So they're picking up crazy assists inside of his vehicle and around his vehicle, repairing that vehicle to make sure they're the top squad. And it's funny because our best squad stat is actually determined by combined score, I believe. And it's funny because they actually don't have great score. It's just that AG78 Cat score drags it up so much that none of the other squads can compete from a score category. But it truly is a team effort, just like to highlight a couple individuals.
Yeah, absolutely. I did see there, actually in the squad of 78 Cat, Mao there was very high up on the leaderboard when we took a quick look at it right there in the vehicle destruction category. He was pretty much the highest. I think he had like 82 or something like that.
Sure, I'm sure it's the...
Yeah,
I'm loving the music.
Definitely engineer for sure. So that being backed up by the fact, part of the squad there, you do want your engineers to be on your squad. So that way, if they do end up going down where they're trying to repair your vehicle, they can just spawn back in on you. So great work being done there by the AG squad. Pretty easy to distinguish them from the rest.
So right now, they're just kind of probably just going over exactly how the games have been turned out, what they can do. They're playing against this team. They're probably checking out some of their strategies. They're figuring out how they play, how they can counter it. They're on the drawing board right now. They're studying.
Nerdy on you guys at home here. TL, you guys just watched Threshold, maybe for the first time, maybe for the 100th time like us. TL, they're going to start with that helicopter. We kept talking about that whole game, the defensive side, that they start with.
Yeah, I play a lot of Threshold. I do like that map.
And blow up that helicopter. We saw some incredible plays the last time TL played Threshold where they used their helicopter to actually fly all the way to the back of the map where the defense spawns, over top of that LAV that's been pestering them the whole game, and basically sent down a strike force of paratroopers with a bunch of like Allura rockets and every single explosive you can think of, and that LAV was destroyed as soon as B1 spawned for them. So keep an eye out for exactly that. That's going to probably happen on the B sector. We'll have to see if TXD have prepared for that. The A sector, TL have also used a similar strategy, right? Having somebody jump in that helicopter with the pilot, who's probably going to be 78 Cat, and over top of the palace on Sector A, they actually send, again, a paratrooper down, and they kind of come into the palace on the flank side and try to get in that back hallway that we saw TXD take over. TXD did it from the front side. TL probably going to try to do it from the opposite side.
Yeah, and it's also funny, too, it's not always the case. It has been the case where I think 2 out of maybe our 8 teams that at least we noticed, AG78 Cat is the helicopter operator for his team, which is also the commander that we've been hyping up, right? That does give the team an advantage in some ways because you've got eyes in the skies. He's got a better idea of the entire battlefield without having to hear all of the comms. He's able to communicate to the team very effectively. There are also some limitations with that. We know how good AG78 Cat is on a vehicle on the ground, specifically in those lavs, tank destroyers, or anything in between. So not having him there, we'll have to see some others step up, which will be fun to watch. However, the problem with this TL roster, in a good way for them and a problem for their opposition, is that if they do take AG78 Cat out of the helicopter, oh no, he has to go down to the ground and pick up a lav. Like, you don't want him in either place. So it is an interesting conversation. Absolutely want to get that helicopter out of the skies. Frankly,
What do you think, chat? Do you think TL's got this one?
The helicopter out of the skies for the C sector in particular, without a helicopter in the air.
It'd be really interesting to see NXG make a comeback, because if they do, then they only have that one more map. So this is an important one for them, because if they lose, they're on the loser bracket.
78 Cat's going to be in the pilot seat.
And then TL will be making it into the finals.
TL on a map that is not one that does not feature a helicopter. They played Ascension. The attack starts off with a helicopter there, and they've played Threshold 2 times now. And, obviously the attack side does start off with that helicopter. So that's an interesting thing to kind of think about.
Yeah, it's an interesting stat. It's probably because we've rolled Threshold 6 times out of the 12
that helps, doesn't it?
And then we've played Ascension once, and then we've actually pulled Ascension from the one best of 3 that went to Game 3. Ascension was actually selected. So Fun stuff here. Now, as a quick reminder, we take a look at our audience, and I think some of them are like, why am I on camera? It's because we're at a fantastic esports event, that's why. But I think one of the things, too, to remember here, folks, this is winners finals. So if TXD loses here, they are not out of the competition. This is a double elimination tournament. They will actually drop down to the lower bracket where DNI is waiting. Dead Dog and Idol is waiting for their competition. I'm sure DNI is watching this from the back in the green room.
Yeah. So the team what's going to be after this, yeah, they're probably going to be studying and just waiting for which team can go through. But they're probably learning right now, just seeing how both of them play. Because really, they're going to be playing against at least one of them. Because if they're thinking, okay, we're going to make it into the finals, then they have to play against. They have to play against both of them. So if NXG loses, then they're the ones who are going to be playing against them. But they still have to learn against both of them.
Championship game, right? So yeah, could potentially see one team play 3 games in a row, which is definitely not common. And in fact, it has not happened at all this event so far. The most we've seen is a back-to-back.
See our players loading in and preparing for the game. Once you see that timer on the screen, that means they have officially clicked the load in. So just making sure all the players are in, selected what they need to select, they've swapped sides. Again, we're about to see TL's attack on Threshold, which...
That hand warmer they're using? That's what it is.
Movie almost every single time. I think TXD is going to have to do a pretty good job of holding, though. Again, they're so systems-oriented. I wonder what the conversations are between games, you know? We don't get a chance to listen in all the comms, nor would we understand all of them, I'm sure, but some of the conversations have to be around this idea of trying to adapt, right?
Oh, you're actually talking about conversations. We keep using this stage cam, right, looking at all of the players, and I don't see the mouse moving very often, honestly. Seriously, I don't. Like, whenever they're kind of in between these breaks, they are usually not very talkative. Of course, you're like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm looking at this guy right
Yeah, but
here.
that's the thing. They're probably not playing because they're talking with one another. They're figuring out the strategy. They already warmed up.
Rarely happens.
You know, most players don't need that much time to warm up, considering they only have 2 minutes. Probably some of them are just testing out, running out. But they already just played one game, so they're already locked in.
A player substitution on the side of TXD. KKN is now going to be joining us on the server. So
Oh, okay, so they just subbed in from NXG.
because that was one of the fastest substitutions.
They got KKN is coming in.
Yeah, that was very fast.
Yeah.
Usually the player needs like 10 minutes to get settled and get their chair height right and get their armrest correct. I mean, you all know if you're a competitor out there, you know how nuanced things can be about your setup. So nice job there from KKN to hop into the match. Again, substitutions are a fun one. We don't get all the information. Sometimes we do. I gotta say, we've been pretty good about guessing why. But for this one, it's a little bit different. Lil Egg was the helicopter operator. So this is not a helicopter operator.
Oh, so that's why they...
I can understand, obviously.
Oh, this isn't?
From the attack to the defense with a
Oh, okay. I thought it was switching over because of the helicopters.
operator. And if there's no heli, then they're not in the game, which is pretty fun, but not the case here. Look at AG78 Cat talking to his team before they get started. Position talking as well. Pairing.
Alright, here we go, guys. Game 2 is the big one.
Couldn't be higher. It may be higher maybe next match, I suppose, for both of these teams, but it could be higher in comparison to what we've seen thus far. TXD headed down to the lower bracket if they cannot hold the onslaught that TL has to offer. Some big decisions here of when to give up points and when to hold. The biggest decisions so far have been how aggressive do we play with our vehicles and when to use the support system you earn from the score. Those are game changers and game breakers. Mistimed, a waste, the momentum will be too much from their opponent. Here we go. Folks, we are hopping in. I am so ready for it. Again, swapping sides. If you haven't seen this before, you're just maybe tuning in for the grand finals. We're back to Threshold. The attack becomes the defense becomes the attack. So TL will be the attacking side based on our esports.
Alright, so we got another Threshold map. The thing is are they going to be on still the same side? Because if they're on the same side, then that's right there they can already figure out how to play it. But then there's going to be both weaknesses and strength from it. There's going to be a lot more counters. Could be a different route, or unless they switch it around.
I highly doubt we will see anything
Where NXG is going to be the defenders and TL is going to be the attackers.
If any team was going to surprise me in what they do, especially on the attack, TL would be the team that I would pick. Are they going to return back to how they played this map against DNI? It worked then. That was a 2-0. The attack was very convincing.
Here we go. Loaded into the game. Commanders selected. Operator choices locked in stone. We head into our very first point. This point A has been so variable every single matchup. Let's see how variable it is this time around.
All right, here we go.
A lot of the same or a little bit different. Here's the push.
Okay, yep, it is. So TL is the other way around now. So they're attacking, and NXG is going to be the ones who are going to be. Oh no, sorry. This is the different team now. So this is TL versus Dead Dog, or DLE.
There, I thought we were about to watch an absolute slaughterhouse happen right there, but no, actually picked up off of that head glitch, as you can see here. The fight.
Oh, nice double kill. Gun is this the rocket? Oh, this is the M. I think it's the M7.
Flooded with utility.
That's a really heavy hitter. You use that weapon on the engineer side.
They're on the attack, but look at this, an investment from the vehicles on the side of TL. This is very rare. Actually jumping onto the point right here. Kind of put you in the sight line of a lot of the engineers.
Oh, he's using the 90mm cannon.
By the way, is working for his team, hopping onto the point in an assault vehicle.
See, my only worry is right now is if, as you can see with TL with this vehicle, where's the engineers? You know, but you also look at it though, TL has already pushed it. They're already taking a flag.
Kills on the point, but it's really not all that close at all. Hardly a green body near the point. This is going to be a slow take.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, guys. So it is NXG. I thought so. They must have messed up the name by accident. That's fine.
But they can't afford to lose it. So a nice push here from TXD. Oh no. Somebody
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, he's so in there.
Overextended to me, XD.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say yeah. I think he's lucky. He's lucky. All right, there's the engineers repairing him.
TXD make a great push onto Sector A and actually reclaim it.
I love how that vehicle's not waiting for the engineers. The engineers have to catch up with him.
If there was
you know?
more engineers or something else, you're not getting that many green onto the point. You're able to subside. They were able to stop the bleeding for a moment. Lav actually coming in to throw some shells down range as well. It needs to be careful and keep eyes to the sky. I haven't seen the helicopter yet. I would assume it should be coming in very, very shortly if it isn't already in the air. This tank destroyer may be in a bit of trouble. Still full health with engineers. Keeping pressure onto the point, but catching a lot of flack as A looks like it will fall. See you later. Sector A gone.
Yep, there it goes.
Here, helicopter should be in the skies, getting pretty aggressive as we make the transition for B1, B2.
Yeah, shout out to the side of TL there. Very rare that we get to see the
Well, 180 tickets what TL has so far. They might get more because once they push the sector. Nope, no, it's still 180 tickets.
We're very, very helpful in that regard. Oak in the LA.
And there's the chopper.
Trying to hold off 78 Cat. Here's going to be the strategy right now. I think they're going to
See, this is a big deal. They can't lose this attack chopper, or they can't lose the chopper.
That being said, it does look like 78 Cat is quite far away. He's trying to find some LOS right now to hide from the LAV, who have a straight sight line that's going to go through. As you can see, Oak knows what's coming. Yeah. He's trying to break down the front door of the building so that
so he can take cover.
Yeah,
gotta hide this chopper is.
I mean, they watched a VOD. If you
there they go.
Yep.
The parachuters down. Here
oh, that's so cool. Look at this. Oh, they're jumping down trying to take it down. But does that make him out of bounds?
Guys itself get it pretty weak, and I don't think they were able to do enough damage this time around.
No, I think that'll put them out of bounds.
They know the playbook. They know the script. That Hail Mary not going to work this time around.
The fact is they all jump down, try to take that vehicle is clever. I like that though.
We put more pressure onto the B sector.
But that's important though, because they can keep using that chopper as a flank.
So that they do not go down to that one easily. Remember, when the attack pushes all the way over there into the defensive side, as soon as they jump out of the helicopter, they're effectively on a little bit of a timer, right? Because you have overextended into the defensive side of things. So that's why we actually see them go down in the sky, which makes that strategy all the more cool, because they only have that little bit of time to actually use those rockets. Urgent deployment.
Yeah, it looks like they probably only have like 1 or 2 rockets if they're lucky before that timer runs out.
He's going to go ahead and pick them up, so great awareness.
It's a risk, but it's a big risk.
I saw 78 Cat leave the helicopter and hand it over.
So I think Firecat is in the secondary gunner position, if I saw that correctly. We'll take a look at it here shortly, though. It's definitely possible. Yeah, I just saw AG-78 Cat with a gun kill, so I think you are right.
Yeah.
It looks like pilot's been given to Firecat, which I believe, if I remember correctly, is a part of his squad.
Picking up kills.
AG-78 Cat now on boots on the ground, leading his team into B2. Likely going to pick up a land vehicle here shortly.
Doge, where's the LAV for the defensive side?
Did we miss it? It must have been from this heli. We must have missed it on the observing. I don't know, but it is gone.
Oh, geez.
Am I blind?
The heli's gone?
We focused on the kill feed and we missed the kill. I don't know, but 777 now getting extremely aggressive onto the point.
The heli was there.
There he is, dropping the respawn beacon with the assault vehicle, pushing the equation here. Lob down, free reign.
Yeah, none of us saw how that heli. So they got to redeploy so they can just spawn straight in there. See, that's a really important one. Because if they can keep spawning on that beacon, then that's what's going to put them into the flag. Because TL's the ones who are going to be aggressive and pushing right now. And they're all in there. They're capping it. But they're only into the middle. Okay, here comes the tank. Trying to sort out the flank. Ooh, 32. Ooh. 32 HP.
Great work there as well.
Alright, engineers are on him.
He was actually so close to running them over. Did not hit any of them. The big rocket right there is going to follow up his push into the garage and say, listen, you've overextended. We want to make this one hurt. XT-77 is surrounded by all red, though. You can see the engineers on the back of the vehicle. They're trying to go ahead and repair it.
Alright, there's a beacon as well.
So far, so good. It looks like it's almost back up to 100 durability.
See, as you can see as well, when they're repairing, they're tapping it so they don't always overcall it. Because the way how that vehicle's going, there's going to be times where you're not going to actually hit that vehicle with this repair. So all you're doing is just using more juice up, and sometimes you need every little bit. So they're tapping so they can save it.
Crushing it right now.
Oh, he went straight into the mines. There, there's that go.
Knows the value of the vehicle, punishes some early aggression. We've still got a helicopter in the sky, but that is the only vehicle on the map right now. Maybe a moment to breathe here because of the retake from the defense. They're actually sacking B2, retaking B1 to try to get a moment to breathe before they regain and make another push. They already used their urgent redeployment time, and so they are scrambling right now, trying to figure out how to hold on to the B sector a little while longer.
Going to have my eyes right there on that squad because that is a dangerous one. Land CS, Aim Bobo, Osui on the same squad.
So the chopper is in the air.
Absolute frightening squad. They're trying to figure out what's going on B1. How many boots on the ground do we want to send towards that off of B2? As you can see right now, the flood being back allowed by TXD.
Oh, NXG's getting in there. They're making a good push. Oh, TL is going down by numbers though. Right, here comes the vehicles. So this is their support.
Rolling into B2 for TL.
But there's still so many for NXG.
Let's see if it actually pays off. They were able to. They lost B2 for a moment. They retake B1. We lose some infantry to go retake B1 as the attacking. And because of that, the defense has been able to re-stabilize. Really well executed. This is a very classic strategy of the defensive team.
Oh, there you go. They just took side out. Engineers on that vehicle.
From the attacking side, they can actually trade out with their infantry.
Oh, they're trying to get that one guy. Yeah, they need to get him because the last thing they need is an engineer that would be on the flank. And he is down. We're grabbing the B2 flag, or the B1 flag, sorry. Because B2 is the middle section.
Trying to replicate success they just had a moment ago. I don't think they're going to be able to do it because of the vehicle advantage. Very well executed from the attack to be able to sniff out this push, get an advantage, and use it to maximum effectiveness.
Ooh.
Goes down. We are headed to
I love this skin as well he's rocking. Like a chrome skin. It's like a holographic on the side of it.
How dominant TL are when it comes to those vehicles. We didn't even see it. We don't even know what happened. How did defense lose their only hook to go ahead and hold B2? LAB seemingly just disappeared off of the map. Now Firecat is well aware of what his objective.
Alright, they got a full squad in that chopper.
Destroy the vehicle respawn that comes in here for the defensive side of things. He sees it, finally starts to parachute down, tries to make the run. He does do about 60% of the HP. I saw one of the paratroopers jump out of the helicopter. He's going to try to go ahead and steal it, actually, but hits the ground. A little bit of a miss.
Imagine he steals that vehicle. That would be insane if they took that.
Miss.
Yeah,
But would that still put him out of bounds, though?
I think it's just a hair slow on the strafing run. What they usually go for is, if they can't blow it up, sure, that's fine. Usually they're trying to blow up the people waiting on the vehicle, snipe them, and right when it hits the ground, have somebody paratrooping in, able to steal that vehicle. That is something that we've seen actually a couple times.
Look at that chopper keep moving all the time because it just takes one rocket.
TXD sniffing out a
Or
lot,
even a snipe.
able to stay alive, keep their vehicles. This is still a playable game.
I don't think the snipe would be too effective though, because if they do take down a pilot, yeah, I guess that's not the greatest, but they probably have someone to be like, hey, you need to take over. So they probably have someone else ready for it.
Very well done from Nail 2G there to sniff that out yet again.
Oh, this chopper's right in there though.
Let's see if it really does pay off at the end of the game.
Yeah, again, we saw TL do that exact same thing.
That was a nice strike on the crane.
In their last dominant victory on the attacking side. They're continuously trying to do the same thing, but honestly, TXD is doing a great job of putting this down. Finally, a couple.
So there's TL. They're already at the C flag. So they're not pushing because they're waiting for more people to spawn. There's a spawn beacon. So more people coming in now. That's a big deal though because they're already behind them.
Aggressively, as a reminder, you get command.
Oh, but then there's the tank. He's taking down all the people spawning. If he goes around that corner, he's gonna see that spawn beacon.
Is being spammed to everybody. So this is a really nice play. It's a play that's worked on other teams. It's not working on TXD, but what it is doing is giving the attack more room to work on the map. Legacy, welcome back. It's been a while since I've seen your name. Wins out on a vehicle trade and gets indoors.
We're doing about quarter.
Yeah, TL, they thought they were going to have a giant opportunity to push right there. They called in the urgent deployment at the same exact time as we see a little bit of an overextension by the tank destroyer.
Oh, there goes the vehicle. That's a big deal because that's the vehicle respawn deployment already gone now. And that's a big deal because that would be for all of the team. So they actually need that vehicle, but they just lost it. Oh, that vehicle's really weak.
It is his only focus right now to try to help his team win out the vehicle game.
Does look like got a lob down below, picked up here by Xianjin. Huge vehicle advantage from the attacking side, and they're going to punish their opponents with it. Tank destroyer.
So hello, how are you doing? Good morning.
The only tank destroyer we have.
Hope you're doing well. We're currently watching the Delta Force tournament. This is the Delta Force Invitational Tournament for $200,000. Currently watching TL versus NXG. This is Threshold, and it's on Victory Unit.
Yeah, once again, that position there up on the crane is super.
Hope you're doing well.
But the fact that this heli is in the skies, they're able to go ahead and suppress that position almost entirely. And you want to talk about suppression, C1 is now in full control of the attacking side for TL. We have been in this match for 13 minutes, this game for 13 minutes, and we are already on this C sector. 160 lives still available for TL. The defensive side is trying to get a vehicle on.
Oh, smooth calling, smooth calling.
Protected from all of the rockets that are surely going to want to land.
That's a good calling. I never thought about calling it in right in that building. But this is a big deal. Look, he can check all the corners. But if there's so many people what push the area, that's going to be intense for him. Just can he get out of there in time? But the thing is, it's good though, because they're inside the building, because they're avoiding the chopper from doing damage to them.
Especially RLF, they are out of the
So this chopper's only going to have a really small window to do anything.
For 150 plus lives before with just 2 vehicles. It is possible. It is very, very difficult.
147 tickets. This is looking really good for TL right now, guys. Especially as they just need one more flag.
A match starting to slip out of their grasp.
Backs up against the
Yeah,
wall
TL
now.
already has the C1. They're trying to get C2.
Their plan is
But NXG is like holding it. You see, like one vehicle's already in there.
one left. That's gonna be
Oh,
a bunker down
looks
on
like there's a
C2.
couple of people going to be pushing at the front.
Is well aware of that. They're
Can he
trying
stop
to
him?
go
That's
ahead
one of them down.
and push on to C2. See if they can start to pick up some of those vehicles. They're going to be extremely hard to blow up, right? You're not going to have help from the skies, that helicopter, because it is...
Looks like they're trying to help from the overview.
there. And the infantry find it very hard to make this rotation as well, right? The jump across the bridge is usually one that helps you find your demise. And as I said, that 78 Cat on the C2 right now. One of the vehicles on the defensive side actually went down sometime during that push. Now,
It's just, it's half 1 in the morning for me, that's why.
Standing for TXT that can help them hold this one down. He's very low, but he is picking up the kills. He's trying to find the engineers, but 78 Cat and Squad Winter finding the final blow. Destroys the last.
Oh, they're in. They're in.
Last remaining hope for TXT.
I told you. I said, if they all push it and stuff, that vehicle ain't going to get himself out. And TL has a vehicle too.
They're willing to trade out.
They were a bit weak though.
They have more than their opponent. August, you put up a great fight, a great effort. The problem is just didn't have enough backup because of the amount of value we're finding with the infantry on the ground.
Oh.
On the TL side, so much value. C1 gone, C2 about
Oh, that's
to
the
fall as well.
redeploy beacon.
Beacon from the defense immediately cut down, by the way.
Yeah, they needed that beacon too. They probably called that in.
Hands on, and 777's gonna play this nice and safe, make sure his vehicle stays alive, heals back up, and then goes in. You don't want to overcommit here, you don't want to oversell. You slowly but surely.
Oh, the vehicle's already gone.
And as another vehicle comes in, another vehicle falls for the defense. They can't get anything going, so they try to switch back to C1. This is what they did in the B sector. It worked once. Let's see if it works again. As they
Yeah,
try to
competing
find
for $200,000 this tournament is. So right now we're just going to see which team, because whoever wins this, well, maybe TL, because they already won their first match by defending. So if they win the other one, it's going to be a big deal.
They're almost all entirely red. As you can see right now, back onto the point is going to be the attack destroyer. That's going to be 78 Cat for the defensive right now, but he's going to be pushed off. C2 is now captured fully in the hands of TL. C1, it's back, it's fourth, but it's all TL at the
TL's
end
got
of
it.
the day.
They got
prove
it.
Once again, it may be Ascension, it may be Threshold 2 times, but 3-0 in their matches. They find themselves in the championship game.
TL have yet to drop a single map. Going into the grand finals, they are going to be feeling very confident.
So this is game 3, so I'm assuming TL's making it through, right?
But a team victory, that felt so free.
Some counter strategy from TXT. Great preparation. They
That
knew
was a really intense
what
game.
TL were going to do on the attack side.
Yeah, I don't think people understand how hard it is to
Those plans
push.
failed. It just didn't matter. TL bounced back. They had a second.
But that's,
option
you see the
always
difference
ready.
when they actually had a chopper up. But the last game, someone took NXG's chopper down.
They were maybe willing to give away point A or not invest.
Yeah, they
too
lost the
much.
chopper pretty
Maybe
quick,
they just couldn't
and they
keep
never
up
got
the
one
pace
back.
because, well, I guess you're earning extra score the longer that A goes on. But regardless, as we headed into B, most of the main strategies that TL usually uses to get an advantage were sniffed out. We didn't see that strike force end up paying off. However, what we did see is that lob still eventually go down. And again, anytime you leave a helicopter do whatever it wants, it almost always makes a huge impact on the map. We saw finally some anti-tank mines find some value from the TXT side on defense, but still, even with a nice little pressure release there by going over and trading out for B1, they tried to do it a second time, and they just didn't have enough firepower down in numbers, down in advantages. We moved into Sector C. Sector C is one that can be held decently long. We saw Legacy.
See, I'm really realizing that the vehicles are probably the biggest asset in this. If you lose a vehicle, it's going to be really hard to hold the area. Because if a vehicle pushes you, you have nothing to defend it. There's only so much the infantry can do, you know?
Much faster than the defense.
But it's also tricky if there's two vehicles. Because, like, if there's two vehicles on each side, then the engineers can only do so much against the enemy vehicle. Because they also need to remember and repair their current vehicle.
Absolutely. Turning our eyes over towards the scoreboard now. How did that one kind of get broken down? 78 cats. What you think?
That 8-cat guy, he has to be MVP of this tournament. That guy is good.
And let me tell you something, XD 777, an absolutely incredible performance. Vehicle domination throughout the entirety of that attack.
And again, AG-78 Cat started in the heli, and then it was traded over to Firecat. But again, we saw value from the helicopter.
Oh, XD 777 dropped 50 kills with 32 assists. Wow.
Objective advantage, pushing vehicles back, zoning off areas, dropping parachuters down. That's how much value you can really see from the helicopter. And big shout out to 777 there. Like you said, 50 kills. 777, kind of the second in command when it comes to a competition of this scale. You can see AG-78 Cat talking to his teammate there, doing a really good job with this whole roster. So stay composed, but also stay fiery. AG-78 Cat, if you saw that something was going wrong, he got active for a moment. Let's take a look at the overall team stats. Again, solid numbers across the board. Not a crazy amount to write home about because, frankly, this is a very one-sided map.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, give me a second.
Indeed.
We go for we break.
Look towards the time that took, but I believe it was around 15 to 16 minutes. So, yeah,
It'll be fine. It'll be
definitely
fine.
a very
I was gonna
fast one. No
check for the dog, but it's fine.
But that is how long it took TL.
She's in the
Again,
corner.
They're so strong.
I was gonna go for a quick re-break, but I'll be fine.
As well.
I was gonna look for a dog. I was doing it, but see ya.
Around the map.
Draxican, what's up, man?
Are on that offensive side of things now.
Yeah, so at this point, TL is in the finals. So NXG is the ones who are in the losers bracket.
Yeah, they're going to be headed down to the lower bracket. They're not done yet. They're actually going to be right back on stage here shortly, having to go back to back and talk about a momentum killer, man. You go in at a perfect tournament. You're doing a fantastic job. You skip yesterday based on your success. You go straight into the winners finals, and then you get blown out.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a huge hurt. And you're going down to play DNI, which is a great team. But let's take a look at our MVP. I think we know who it is. There he is on your screen on the left. AG-78 Cat, I can only imagine, is going to be our MVP, not only for last game, but also for this game, which means he is the MVP for the match.
Subscribe to you since you had 2K subscribers. Wow. That's crazy, man. Well, thank you so much for the support. Look how far we got so far, man.
32 kills, 26K plus score.
Well, I hope you've been enjoying the journey so far with us.
Flexibility as well. Hopping in and out of the pilot seat.
So we're going to find who NXG is going to be facing against.
Constantly, as well, making sure that those respawn beacons for the entire team were down and put into good positions. At one point, during one of those attacks on the B2, I saw the beacon right in the middle of the point, surrounded by smoke. So great work there by 78 Cat. No surprise, and somehow, some way, 78 Cat's not going to be a part of the best squad.
Yeah.
But no surprise to see it's going to be XD 777 is going to be a part of the squad that does take the reigning best squad. Firecat as well, you know, getting some recognition again.
Look at the assists there from both of these two players in the middle. Adi has been top assist, by the way, in the entire competition. Really cool stuff. We're getting a nice celebration here because TL, Tang Long, has made it to the grand finals. They get a chance to take a break in this best matchup and see who their competition
it's going good.
will be.
Yeah, so what was going on right now, this was the first game against NXG versus TL. So NXG lost their first one as they was the attackers. They couldn't push through the second sector. But after that, they switched it around and TL went floored. They went insane on the first sector. It was a little bit of a backwards and forwards on the second, but on the third they done pretty well. But I think what the biggest issue was between the two teams was that TL had a chopper, you see, but NXG, the last game, they lost that chopper. It got taken down. But they had a really clever route because they had the chopper up in the air and they would wait for until they see the tank and they would all jump out except the pilot and they all go down, and obviously as they're out of bounds you only have that second amount of cooldown, so they jump out and try to take down the chopper. Not the chopper, the tank, yeah.
With an interview from the winning team TL.
No, it's still going.
So pumped about this one, folks. Let's listen in and then we'll be back.
Yeah, we got this one and then it will be another game. So yeah. So right now TL's just got through now. So we're just going to find out who NXG is going to be facing against now.
Chiến thắng của Thăng Long khi họ đã chính thức trở thành đội tuyển đầu tiên bước vào trận chung kết tổng. Và bây giờ hẳn là Commander của đội tuyển Thăng Long, đó là AG78 Cats, cũng đang có rất nhiều cảm xúc để chia sẻ với chúng ta khi họ vẫn đang giữ chuỗi trận bất bại đến thời điểm này. Bởi vậy,
yeah, stream was going well. I'm just assuming it was just how cold it is.
We are heading back to the stage and
I feel bad kind of kicking Nikki off.
For becoming the very first team
forgive me.
to advance to the grand final match.
I know.
Amazing performance and wow, deserved victory. We will say that.
Started streaming us lagging. I was like, everyone off the internet.
Until this time in this journey, such an amazing.
No.
Now, standing next to me, welcome back to the stage again, the team's commander, AZ78 Cat, and let's hear what the winner have to say with us.
Yeah, there was one guy, I think it's on the TL side, and he was called 8Cat, and that guy's a beast. He's like dropping like 50 kills each match.
You feel becoming the very first team to step in.
It looks like they're all playing on PC, but because that's what someone asked me in the stream today as well. But I don't know if any of them are playing on controller, because I'm assuming that's probably the choice. But it seems that most of them are on the mouse and keys. But the way how they're going with the vehicles though is like, yeah, like there's so many engineers, like if a vehicle gets weak, they all jump out and start repairing it. Yeah, but the vehicles is probably the biggest asset, right? It's like if you lose the vehicle, like you're in trouble. Yep. But like the thing is, what I realized too is that if there's two vehicles for either side, is that it's hard for the engineers to try to take down the other vehicle when they also got to focus on repairing their own one. So it's like there's only so much they can do.
Trong phần trả lời phỏng vấn trước đó thì tôi cũng đã từng nói là chúng tôi sẽ cố gắng.
But yeah, once they get a vehicle to push it and stuff, it's a big deal, because if they ain't got like another vehicle to defend them, it's pretty tough for them.
Chúng tôi cũng sẽ cố gắng giữ vững thành tích này.
In the previous interview, I had said that we would try our best to win with the score 2-0, and now at this moment we did it. We hope that we could keep that stability into the grand final match.
Và là một tinh thần rất tuyệt vời và một sự tự tin rất lớn đến từ Thăng Long.
Yeah, so right now NXG is in the losers bracket, so they have a chance to come back, and if they win this, then they'll be in the finals.
Mà đã được các bạn thể hiện ở trong cuộc đấu vừa rồi.
Yeah, so like, yeah, so they're in the losers bracket, NXG. So this would be the next game now to find out who's going to get into the finals for this one. So TL is already in the finals. So now there's going to be another team with NXG. And whoever wins that, yeah, will go into the finals. Yep.
在第一把的防守方的时候 ，TXD 的步兵的实力也是非常的强劲，以速推了我们的 A 点。但在 B 点的时候，我们已经够积分成功的。
Oh, they're just talking about the game and stuff like that.
来进行一波骚扰，也是。
So this guy is just talking about his experience with the game, you know how it went so far.
整个 B 点的据点，后面在。
Well, that's what I'm assuming that you're saying.
以载具的优势，也是成功了拿下的比赛。
Trong trận đấu vừa rồi thì đối thủ cũng là rất mạnh, và trong map đấu đầu tiên thì chúng tôi cũng đã gặp một số khó khăn, nhưng mà sau tất cả thì chúng tôi vẫn vượt qua được và giành được kết quả lý tưởng.
We were facing a very strong competitors during the match, and in the very first location, we've been struggling a little bit, but after all, we were working well together and finally we got what we imagined and what we deserve to be the winner.
Vâng, họ vẫn luôn đánh giá cao đối thủ của mình, mỗi đối thủ mà họ đang đối mặt. Thế nhưng rõ ràng thì tính đến thời điểm này, phong độ của Thăng Long là đang rất hủy diệt. Các bạn đang sở hữu một chuỗi trận bất bại. Vậy thì bước tới trận đấu cuối cùng, bạn có cảm thấy áp lực chút nào không?
Your team were unbeatable. You have a winning streak. Coming up to the grand final, what do you have? What is your strategy or what do you plan for?
那成龙队一直以来都是战胜对的。那进入总决赛，你们会不会遇到压力？
从这次比赛的最开始的第一轮到现在的总决赛，每一轮都让我有非常大的压力，因为8大赛区能来到
Thank you very much for the likes, guys.
所有队伍都不是等闲之辈，我们都会以对方最强的实力去跟对面进行在赛场上的对抗。我们也将以决赛，我们会打出更加亮眼的操作，拿下冠军。
Từ trận đấu đầu tiên cho đến bây giờ thì chúng tôi đã gặp rất nhiều đối thủ mạnh, nhưng mà sau tất cả thì chúng tôi vẫn có thể chiến thắng được. Chúng tôi mặc dù áp lực nhưng mà đến với trận chung kết thì chúng tôi vẫn sẽ cố gắng để cống hiến cho tất cả mọi người nhiều màn đấu mãn nhãn hơn.
From the very first match that we have been facing so many strong competitors in this competition, but after all, we are trying our best. From match to match, we are winning and winning. And for the grand final, we are going to give out 100% of our energy to give all of the audiences here for the really, really amazing matches.
Chắc chắn đây sẽ là một trong những lời hứa rất đáng chờ đợi, đặc biệt là với những fan hâm mộ của Thăng Long, và hãy cùng chúc cho họ sẽ tiếp tục mạnh mẽ ở trong trận đấu cuối cùng, bởi họ vẫn đang chứng minh cho chúng ta rằng họ chính là ứng cử viên rất nặng ký cho chức vô địch năm nay. Once again, congratulations to your win, your wow deserved victory today, and we do believe that you are making a statement that you guys are one of the serious contenders for this championship with your destructive power until this time. So good luck for you in the grand final. Thank you so much for the interview. Và các bạn khán giả thân mến, như vậy là chúng ta đã khép lại trận thi đấu đầu tiên nhánh thắng và tìm ra được cái tên đầu tiên bước vào trận chung kết tổng. Một lần nữa xin được chúc mừng cho Thăng Long. Còn ngay sau đây thì trận đấu mang tính chất quyết định tấm vé cuối cùng vào chung kết tổng giữa DNI và Tuxedo NXG cũng sẽ diễn ra trong một ít phút nữa.
Oh, we go. Get ready for the next game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next coming match will be a decisive match between DNI and Tuxedo NXG. Are you curious about the results? Stick around, we will be right back in just a few minutes.
Oh, okay, so it's in a few minutes then, and then they'll be showing off this game. Turn us down real quick. Turn it down to what we're thinking so far, guys. Hey, good morning to people, by the way. If you guys are just joining, good morning. I guess we can jump in for the game. Jump in some games. Well, I think we could just load up Delta Force and play a little bit of that until the timer. I did not know there was going to be a 30-minute break. I was not told this. So, let's go and get ourselves some Delta Force then, shall we? Yeah, that's probably what we should do. Let me see if I can. If if any of you guys have any questions, feel free to share. Yeah, can we talk about how they even pulled off 20 gamers for each team? Like doing a LAN event and having 20 people, like you gotta give the credit where it's due, right? It's like you gotta think about it. Like sometimes there could be some issues with like computer wise or just setting up everything, you know, getting the right settings and all that. And it looks like there was a variety of like mouse and keys and everything too. But like having that all organized, because like, you know, having that, well, because you got to think about it, like that's 20 people in each team, so that's 40 people like in one room. That's like 40 people you got to keep an eye on, make sure everything's working well, going smooth. But like here, like I honestly, I would love to listen to the comms. Honestly, I would love to see how it's being communicated between the teams. Like kind of get a little bit more of an insight, like see how exactly the teams are communicating between one another, because there's got to be some sort of communication, because there's times where like the enemy team will start pushing it, and then like as soon as that vehicle's gone, the other vehicle would just instantly push it. So there has to be that comms of communication, or they're just extremely reading the map, you know. And for a vehicle player, that's probably their playstyle, right? Hey GP, how you doing? Good morning, man. How you doing? Hey, I hope you're doing well, man. Well, today we are doing the Delta Force Invitational Finals. This stream is sponsored by Delta Force, and we're here watching the finals tournament. So we was just currently watching right now from TL versus NXG. TL took the victory. They won twice, so it was the best of game 3, but they won it back to back. Both of them teams never lost a game until NXG lost theirs, so that's their first loss. But they're in the loser bracket, so they're going to fight against the other team what is also in the losers bracket. Whoever wins that matches will go into the finals. So we know right now that TL is already in the finals. So this is game 2 they're preparing for. You know, I'm really just kind of thinking right now, right? If I could do a group of a team of 20 players, I can't even imagine like how could I pick a team up to 200 play? I don't want to say 200, sorry, 20 players. To love that, yes. Yeah, we can scroll back a little bit while this timer is ticking. Should we we'll scroll back, we'll show you some highlights what you probably missed. Right, here is some of the let's go show you the highlights from game 1. Right, so this was the highlights of game 1.
It's going to feature one flag. We've seen teams play this very, very differently. Folks, we are in.
Oh, hang on, sorry, no, that is game 2. My apologies. So game 1 highlights was... This is the team preparing. Oh no, that's the start of it. Okay, I'm sorry. So we need to move ourselves to highlights. Oh, this is the highlights. Okay, I see it. All right, here we go.
The game is taking that heli down.
Absolutely.
I gotta see exactly what happened on that. Let's take a look back on some of those replays because again, TXD, as much
Yeah,
as
the first team, they lost their chopper so quick.
owned the map all the way up to B2. Again, this A point was almost fully wiped in I think 2 minutes. They spent 4 lives, they picked up every revive, they could do whatever they wanted. They take B1 immediately, and they push up to B2 in a manner where we thought this was going to Sector C off rip. I mean, it was within the first 10 lives. And then when we got here, things changed dramatically. Look at this. This is early in this matchup. We finally get the hold from the infantry.
Yeah, see, look, and that's when they lost their chopper.
Rockets ended up cleaning it up. But a huge takedown of the helicopter.
Actually, I would like to go back and find out, because I never found out who took that chopper down.
Immediately, and they push up to B2.
Who took that chopper?
This was going to Sector C.
Hang on.
And they push up almost fully wiped. And I think
I want to see who took this chopper out.
4 lives. They picked up every revive. They could do whatever they wanted. They take B1 immediately, and they push up to B2 in a manner where we thought this
No,
was
dismiss it.
off rip. I mean, it was within the first 10 lives. And then when we got here, things
What's that chopper?
changed dramatically. Look at this. This is early in this matchup. We finally get.
There we go. Okay, so this is the chopper. Right, let's go and put it in slow-mo real quick. 25. We need to find out who hit this. It's straight explosion. I don't know who took that down. Oh, it's a guy. I see it. Guided missile from 8cat. That's what it is. So he was playing the engineer and he got him that way. Ah, okay. So we figured it out now. We figured it out.
And then the shots here, I think those were some Allura rockets that ended up cleaning it up. But a huge takedown of the helicopter allowed for both of these lobs to stay on point, back each other up, and get extremely aggressive. And when you allow AG-78 Cat and 777 to work in tandem with 2 of these IFB lobs, it is a complete map reversal in TL's favor.
Insane stuff there. Quick glimpse at the player cam during these highlights as well. You saw frustration on the side of TXD. I was hoping for the upset as well. I thought we were going to see it. It looked so good throughout. I was on the same page as you go. I thought we were going to Sector C early on. I was getting ready to start talking about some points, talking about the advantages that they had going into C1 and C2. And then all of a sudden, TL come back. They remind us, hey, no. We know exactly what we're doing.
Well, this
Yeah, the last season for this game, they had like the what would you call it? The Egypt Towers? Yeah, I was watching the tournament from when they released that season. It seems like for the attacking and defender mode, it goes pretty well.
Prioritizing vehicle destruction, second in that category, only to one of the engineers, I believe.
Alright, so we got about 9 minutes until the next game is going to start.
Obviously, taking a glance at the revive category for both teams, we see pretty solid numbers. Got to shout out CBBT from TXD, picking up 75 revives, and plenty of others picking up 40s and 50s. There's a reason TXD was able to hold on for so long and keep so many lives. It just wasn't enough.
We was playing before we started today.
Tough break there, honestly.
Yeah.
For TXD.
Well, I was testing out the PS5 Pro.
How this is going to work. A little bit of a break here. This is a best
I think you was in yesterday's stream, but yeah, if you wasn't, because you was there for a little bit, JP. Thank you very much for the card, by the way.
TXD will then be on the defense.
I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, typically, we have not been able to back.
And thank you for the gift, man. I do appreciate it. But yeah, if you wasn't here yesterday, I know you was here, but I wasn't sure if you saw me opening stuff and all that.
No surprise there. Actually,
I just wanted to thank you. That was all.
A little rare, right, for the defensive side. So
Saw yesterday. Did you see the box we was opening?
Structure and map flow, they're able to pick up a crazy amount of revives on B2 because it's so enclosed.
So right now it looks like TL is figuring out their strategy, because these are the guys who are made it into the final.
Fairly easy to do that, especially if you get vehicle advantage.
So that's what they was doing for that one. It was obviously figuring out their strategy and stuff, and it clearly worked. Because once they went into game 2, they figured that strategy out. Because like that was the cool thing about them like playing against the same team again for the next round, is that they're obviously figuring out their flaws, they figure out how to counter certain things, they can figure out what works and doesn't work, but they also need to figure out and remember that they're probably going to do some counters too. But as they was the attackers, they also need to figure out their own strategy. But it was really cool to see this, where 20 players all sat in a room just discussing their plans how to play it out.
However, TL is on paper, in my opinion, and now by example, a better adapting team. They have great strategy as well, but they were able to adapt to the pressure, make a play, and then flip the script. And once the script was flipped, TXD couldn't pivot.
Yeah, I mean, that happened in like.
Well, that's up, dude. So you can go back and see that whenever you like, if you want to.
TL for being able to overcome the pressure, right? Felt like their back.
But we'll be here tomorrow. We'll have a good chat, yeah.
And somehow they were able to go ahead and turn that around. Now again, like I was going to say, we like.
Yeah, think about it. We'll probably play some Delta Force actually.
We're watching a bunch of it ourselves. Usually defensive.
No, I was kind of enjoying that.
Defense win.
Yeah, it was really nice on the Pro. That was what I was enjoying the most, because I played on my PS5 for a little bit, but I was mainly on PC.
The plays that he was making,
but yeah, it was really fun to play.
The small nuances he was able to
playing counter, it really is, man. It definitely locked me in.
In the score.
But this is the guy 8cat, right? This guy is really, really good.
The player behind him on the team.
Yeah, it's really
he was dropping big numbers.
Again, when we talk about stats, we've got a bunch of stats here on the page. AG78 Cat outscores everybody by a mile. It's not really close at all. A look at the best squad, I would assume it's his, and that is correct. Really well done from all three of these players. Look at the assist category. These are most likely. We'll have to double check.
Thank you very much, everyone, tuning into the stream. I know it can be quite late for some of you guys, but I do appreciate it. Yeah, this tournament is currently in Vietnam. That's where they're hosting it. It was up to 160 players, guys, up to 8 teams from different regions, competing for $200,000. As you guys can see on screen right now, these are the prize pools. And these were the brackets as well of how far. So it started off with
actually in the squad of
8 teams, sorry, and obviously all compete and it'll go down. But there's also a loser bracket too, you see. So that was the one thing about all of these guys, is that although they lost, there's still a chance for them lot to come back, and that's exactly what NXG is going to do now. They have a chance to come back.
You do want your engineers to be on your squad, so that way if they do end up going down, where they're trying to.
But if you troopers are just joined, this is the Delta Force
back in on you. So great
finals ornament.
Done there by the
Invitational ornament.
Distinguish them from the rest of them, because actually looking at it on the TL team, they're the only ones with AG in front of the name there. So cool to see that. But again, 1-0 right now in favor of TL. They're going to be on the attack, and this is.
So obviously this was just the playback, where right now there's still a countdown. Let's have a look. Okay, so we got about 4 minutes. So what we can do is we can scroll into highlights 2 now.
In the squad
so this was the second game. So there's only been 2 games so far.
Was very high up on the leaderboard when we took a quick look at it right there.
Let's have a look at highlights 2 for you. So it gives you a little bit more of a roundup if anyone's just missed it, if you guys are just getting there.
But when those plans failed, it just didn't matter. TL bounced back. They had a second option.
I love the music for Doubtful, by the way. It gets you in the feels.
Though obviously started hot on point A, and I think for both of these teams, they were maybe willing to give away point A or not invest too much, or maybe they just couldn't keep up with the pace. Well, I guess you're earning extra.
That's pretty cool, JP.
Goes on, but regardless, as we headed into B, most of the main strategies that TL usually uses to get an advantage were sniffed out.
Well, we'll have a good chat about that tomorrow, yeah?
However, what we did see is that lobs still eventually go down. And again, anytime we leave a helicopter do whatever it wants, it almost always makes a huge impact on the map. We saw finally some anti-tank mines.
Yeah, you see what I mean? This is how important it is with the vehicles.
Even with a nice little pressure release there by going over and trading out for B1. They tried to do it a second time, and they just.
Oh, this is the AK-12.
Down in numbers, down in advantages. We moved into Sector C. Sector C.
Hey, that's really good to hear, JP. I'm glad, man.
Legacy finally gets some trades, but I don't know about 180 lives long. Max amount of lives, and they hardly needed half of them to take both of these sectors.
Yeah, we'll have a good chat about that tomorrow, yeah.
They won almost every single trade, and they were able to just put boots on the point much faster than the defense. Very well executed.
The vehicles is the biggest point. We realized on game 2, so this is where game 2 started getting intense, right? Because the last sectors, because they had a chopper from the top. So the vehicles, they was mainly going around. Like that's what they wanted to do, but they couldn't because the chopper was in the air. So they was actually hanging around in C2 a lot. But as I was saying when the game was happening, it's just that if there's too many people, it could be a big trouble for them. And because like there's only so much room in that C2 section. There's only so much room for a vehicle as well. So once they did push it, yeah, it was pretty tough for the vehicle. And as soon as that vehicle came down, there's the TL's vehicle coming.
Also
yeah, they had it pretty well.
Team here on paper. We'll see what they're able to do in the grand finals a little bit later from now.
Absolutely. Turning our eyes over towards the scoreboard now. How did that one kind of get broken down? 78 cat.
So yeah, so this was the scoreboard from game 2.
Not actually in the pilot team for most of that match. Still at the top of the scoreboard. And let me tell you something, XD777, an absolutely incredible performance. Vehicle domination.
It should be just a couple more minutes, chat, and then the next game will be starting.
78 Cat started in the heli, and then it was traded over to Firecat. But again, we saw value from the helicopter in ways that aren't represented on the scoreboard. Firecat is last on the leaderboard with only 13 kills, but from an objective advantage, pushing vehicles back, zoning off areas, dropping parachuters down, that's how much value you can really see from the helicopter. And big shout out to 777 there. Like you said, 50 kills. 777 kind of the second in command when it comes to a competition of this scale. And you can see AG78 Cat talking to his teammate there, doing a really good job with this whole roster. So stay composed.
All right.
Also
Let's get ourselves ready. This is the next game, chat. The pressure these guys have, like, this was one thing I was talking about when they started off, was the pressure and the adrenaline. It's like, that's the thing, like, you know, TLs just came in now, and although they got that victory, they can't get too overconfident. Of course not. You know, there's going to still be playing against another good team. But the thing is, it's just like, it's one of them adrenaline things, you know, as they were super locked in for that first game, can they have that adrenaline and energy for the next game they have? But they do have a bit of breathing time, because right now the other team's going to be competing. Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming to the stream. Thank you very much. And of course, thank you to Delta Force for sponsoring the stream. If you guys do want to see the official stream, it is in the pinned comments and in the description. And if you guys are on Twitch, we have exclusive drops for this stream. And if you guys have just joined, hopefully they show the trophy for this tournament. It's so good. It's literally like a missile, what, like caved into a rock or something. I don't know explain about it, but it's like you see like the rubble like expand. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie. So many trophies. This is the most like craft trophy, man. It's so I wish they show it. I probably can like give you guys a quick glimpse, and then we'll just jump straight back. I want you guys to see this trophy.
Vậy thì còn chần chờ gì nữa? Ngay bây giờ chúng ta sẽ cùng chuẩn bị đến ngay với trận đấu giữa hai đội tuyển thứ hai trong ngày hôm nay, và đây sẽ là trận đấu quyết.
There it is. So you see this here, right? Obviously, this is not the actual like trophy. That's just the image of it, but that is the trophy. You know, see if we can get a different shot of it. That's it. That's it right there. You know, let's see if we get a better shot of it. You see that? You see that? You see this? This is the Delta Force Invitational Finals trophy, man. Look at that. Tell me that's... Dude, that's the most sweetest trophy I've seen, man. It's crafty. I like it a lot. Let's see. It's even got like a little bit of a chopper in it. See, like the back end of a wing of a chopper. small little detail, like a barrel of a weapon. Dude, I've seen many trophies, but that one is really, really good. Right, so this is a dead dog. That's the other team NXG is going to be competing against.
Bước đứng dậy và vượt qua áp lực sân nhà của Rapid Lo-Fi để vượt qua những khoảnh khắc sinh tử. Cuối cùng trở lại bằng bản lĩnh và niềm tin. Họ đã mang đến cho khán giả những trận đấu giàu cảm xúc và ngay lúc này, dưới sự dẫn dắt của Commander Dead Dog, DNI đã đứng trước cánh cửa cuối cùng để hành trình chinh phục đỉnh cao của họ tại Delta Fox Invitational 2025 Warfare sẽ có một giấc mơ được thực hiện. Liệu câu chuyện cổ tích có thể được viết?
Right, give me a second. I'm just going to quick bathroom break.
Rising from the loser's bracket, DNI has climbed back up, overwhelming homeland pressure from Rapid Lo-Fi, navigating life or death situations, finally winning their strength back. And now, under the leadership of their commander Dead Dog, DNI stands at the final threshold on their journey to conquer this tournament. Can this miracle from the loser bracket continue? Can DNI complete this emotional journey with a perfect ending? Please, once again, welcome DNI!
Và hãy cùng chào đón đội tuyển thứ hai góp mặt trong trận đấu này, Tuxedo NXG. Dù phải nhận thất bại ở trận đấu vừa qua, hành trình của họ vẫn chưa dừng lại, khi đây là thời khắc để họ đứng dậy mạnh mẽ hơn. Và với vai trò đầu tàu, Commander rất đáng tin cậy dẫn dắt toàn đội hướng thẳng đến trận chung kết. Hãy cùng chờ đón sự thể hiện của Tuxedo NXG ngày hôm nay.
Despite their recent defeat, their journey is far from over. It's their time to rise stronger with their commander leading the team straight to the grand finals.
Và ngay sau đây, không để cho các bạn chờ đợi lâu hơn nữa, chúng ta sẽ cùng đến ngay với trận đấu tranh tấm vé cuối cùng bước vào trận chung kết tổng giữa Tuxedo NXG và DNI.
Everybody, let's take a look at their performance at this amazing tournament.
23-20 on Victory Unit.
Welcome back, folks, to DFIW. It is Grand Finals day, and it is time for the lower bracket finals. We just saw TXT.
Thank you very much, everyone, coming to the stream. If you do enjoy it, make sure to leave a like.
Revenge and go back into the championship to get their final revenge if they're able to take down DNI. DNI, though, a very good team. Don't be confused by the fact that DNI is in the lower bracket. On paper, DNI, a top 3 team, obviously, maybe top 2. We'll see here in a moment.
Yeah, exactly. The cool thing about both of these teams is that both of them have now been put into the lower bracket by TL. So this is going to be awesome to see how these two teams stack up against one another. I personally am feeling like it's going to be pretty close.
I think it's going to be very close. I think both of these rosters are very talented. They've got some star players on them. However, one thing I will say is both of these rosters are very systematic. I think it's going to come down to whoever adapts the best going into this competition. Here we go, though, folks, as a reminder about what's all has been happening today. This is day 4. We have been here for 4 full days with a crazy amount of best of 3s for you, and we finally made it to the last day, and we're into the penultimate best.
So obviously TL is already in it.
Versus Tuxedo NXG. They did just get taken down 2-0 by TL. TL will be waiting in the grand finals for the winner of this matchup. And of course, that grand finals best of 3 will be right after this. But for now, we got to figure out who's playing for that top spot and who's going home.
Look at that trophy, man.
As a reminder of how this all works, it's going to be a best of 3. The judge will randomly roll a map. Let's just hope it's not Threshold. We've seen it so many times. However, when that map is rolled, both teams will play attack and defend. if we finally trade 1-1 and go to Game 3, we will explain the tiebreaker rules in its entirety. You can see them on your screen right now. The simple version is, if you do better than your opponent, you're going to have an advantage in the selection of what either map.
I need to find out what song this is. Let's get me going.
Final Game 3 to win the match. Vivid, talk to me about this bracket, though. We're down to our final 3 teams. Back against the wall. Loser goes home.
As you guys can see, man, we've played a lot of warfare over the past couple of days, and this is where it currently stands. Waiting all the way over there on the right is going to be TL again. DNI versus TXD here. DNI have 4 games now in total under their belt. This will be their 5th.
So let me go and pause this real quick. So these are all the teams, right? So here's all the teams. So this is what it was before. So the DLE team made it through. And so obviously they were competing, but they got knocked out. So the DLE is the ones who got knocked down into the loser bracket. So they went into loser bracket. They actually went through. And now they also went through that one. So they've done a double whammy win. And this is what we're seeing right now. It's the DLE team versus NXG. Obviously, NXG got knocked down to the losers bracket. None of them lost their games. Both of these guys, none of them lost them. So the fact is, because as you can see, like, they won it all the way through. So, yeah, right now TL is in here. So it could be between these two. It could be DLE or NXG.
Well, I don't know. DNI, I think they just look a little bit more well-rounded. I think TXD does very, very well at kind of maintaining and controlling all the vehicles. We just saw how much time and effort they actually put into stratting and anti-stratting against their teams.
Oh,
of course,
there we go. Camera. Sorry, my bad.
I don't know what map is actually pulled here, but yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I'm just feeling the DNI clutch.
I'm feeling DNI as well. Now listen, I didn't copy you, you copied
Oh,
me.
everyone's thinking DNI. Okay.
I'm a huge fan of DNI. They have battled the most.
I've yet to see them.
Competition. They've played the most games, and they've done.
Oh, the most game.
Fashion. Yes, they lost 0-2 to TL earlier in the upper bracket, but I want to remind everybody about that match. If you missed it, it was actually very close in the second game.
Oh, so TL was already beaten once. So they just can't do it again.
Out in the audience, and like
as they were saying, it was a close one.
Out of the competition, top 4. The question is, who is the audience cheering for? Maybe they're just cheering for a good match. Let's talk about this roster at a little bit more intensity. I think first and foremost, Dead Dog, he's in the name. He's a great commander. He's been doing everything right. Talk to me about a couple other individual stars from this roster.
Yeah, you were kind of asking me why I think DNI are going to win this. I can point out I can actually point out 2 squads. I can really just point out all 20 of them, but Saragen, Stax, Styx, and Artyom. Specifically Artyom will be putting on an absolute blender. Their kill count will be...
I think they're getting ready now, showing off all the players.
Of this match, I can almost guarantee it. And I was kind of hyping up TXD for how they're going to be playing the vehicles. There is a squad on DNI with one of those star players over there that is very good at destroying vehicles on your screen right there. Our only female player here at this tournament, that's going to be Hodo. She does such an absolute great job at just blowing a vehicle. Sometimes I don't even understand how. She's like all the way across the map. The Allure rocket just flies all the way over and finds its mark.
Yeah, Hodu, a fantastic player, great engineer. Watch out for her on the map, but definitely already on the top Slayer. But let's talk about TXD, Romania. Really good commander, really great job from this entire roster. They did kind of just get steamrolled, but if you erase that match from your brain, you would think, hey, TXD have a really good chance to win this. And I still think that they do. I think they have a better chance of winning.
I think NXG, they did try, but they did get steamrolled pretty hard. And they also, when they had the chance to push, they couldn't get through that second sector.
In the kills category, the top 2 fragments.
So I don't know.
Higher competition out of any team here has been NTPP and Artyom from DNI. The head-to-head matchup from both of these infantry players, not vehicle operators, to see who gets the better of their opponent.
That is a very good point. I am excited to kind of see who comes out on top for this one. Obviously, TXD fresh off of just playing a match up against TL. They did unfortunately lose that one, so hopefully having the ability to go.
They're going to be probably the most warmed up, but they also just been waiting like 25 minutes. So as I was saying before, as the adrenaline came down, or how they re-strategized.
When that is,
You know, what they need to remember is they can't let that lose get to them. They still got a chance. They still got, you know, I mean, that's the blessing about this one. You know, they got that second chance.
I should not say some of our top stats from both of our teams. Some of our top stats from one team.
I will say, yes, this is Artyom's story, and we're all just kind of subplot characters in it. However, DG Alpha, big shout, most assists for this roster, doing a really good job.
The fact is, the top stats is on all one team.
Here a little bit. DNI has played more games, okay?
True.
Let's be very clear about that. So I think you could see some TXT members. They took the entire day off yesterday because they hadn't lost. But as we compare the top players, these are the two heroes, these are the two fraggers, and this time, unless...
Oh, so they took a day off, so they're like warmed up. So for them, they're probably gonna have the most energy.
There's extra games in here. DNI has played more, so the score is going to look different. But when you look at average, there is still a lead on Artyom's side.
Yeah, it's just those kills, man. I mean, honestly, 50 and 43, there's not a big difference there. Unfortunately for Artyom, he had a game yesterday actually where, surprisingly enough, I think it was throughout the match, never really found more than around like 30 or something like that, which I'm saying that and you're like if he got 30, that's pretty good, but we're used to seeing Artyom drop like 60 or 70, so if that match never happened, I guarantee you his average would have been at like 70. So for me, the ceiling for Artyom, and obviously the average as well, is just a little bit higher than NTPP, but again, could go either which way.
We got to start turning our eyes towards which map we're going to play. We don't know yet. As a reminder,
we have
a randomly generated map, folks. If we get Threshold again, I'm going to take a lap around this stadium. Here we go. What map are we playing for these two teams? We are headed to Cracked only for the second time. We haven't seen Cracked since, I believe, round, what, 2? I want to say it was the first round of the lower bracket.
Of course, honey. Of course.
They got the win over, I want to say it was
I usually charge for them, but that's fine. I love you too.
Second time we get to see Cracked, and I would say, you know, frankly,
honey,
this is the first time in a very long
we
time
have two teams, right? We got DNI versus NGX. Who have you got? Who have you got, honey?
The main map for it. So we are going to Cracked. Who do you think this favors? Does this favor either roster?
I think this favors us. I think we're going to see those kills start to rack up. Bright Gooch kind of pointed out that this map, yeah, not necessarily heavy when it comes down to that vehicle gameplay. The fact that we just showed the head-to-head of the two star players, Artyom being on the side of DNI, and then for TXT, they got NTPP. Both of those players find all of their kills, find that high average score, high average kills per game and per match. Boots on the ground, right? So they're going to be feeling very, very comfortable on a map like Cracked, which is why I'm kind of pointing at the fact that, hey, listen, we are going to be the winners here, right? We're going to see so many highlights from those two players, I almost guarantee it. Now, I was kind of giving the edge towards Artyom, right? So you're asking me, who do I think this map pick favors? Well, just straight up the fact that their star player, I think, is going to be a little bit more comfortable, boots on the ground, a little bit better. Again, my 2-1 in favor of DNI. I'm liking it a little bit more.
You're liking DNI even more on this map, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I don't hate the idea. Now, again, let's talk a little bit more, you know,
these guys are ready.
Cracked in general. I think, you know, to be very clear, it's not that there's no vehicles on this map. There's certainly vehicles on this map, and frankly, those vehicles can make gigantic difference makers. They're just not as...
You got DNI versus NGX.
You need to make sure you prioritize keeping them alive. If you lose your vehicle, you're going to be down numbers. You're not going to get them back very fast. Something else to keep in mind. So let's take a look at the audience prediction. I had asked you to predict in the chat, and this is very close. Maybe one of the closest we've ever seen, Vivid. 54 to 46 is the community vote, which is, I would say, pretty much...
I love how they dressed up as the characters in the game.
Advantage towards DNI. Not a major one. 2-1 is what we think. I would say with a vote of 56. As we see here, it's incredible cosplayers. I think audience is saying 2-1 as well.
Yeah. A little bit of an edge out there. No surprise, but, you know, once again, we think that this match is going to be very, very close. Both of these teams have lost to TL.
Right, so in 2 minutes, guys, the game's going to start.
Just a little bit over 2 minutes remaining. I believe DNI is going to be starting on the attack for this one, which means that TXT is left up to defend.
Yeah, whoever wins this one is going to be going into the finals. So this is decider. So it could be DNI or NGX is going to go into the finals. One of them. And they're going to be facing against TOL.
Specific tournament, and then also in past ones that we have casted together.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good shot. A can be pretty variable. We've seen some pretty interesting strategies here, but again, we've only seen this map one time. Yeah. So this could open the door to some new things. Maybe you're a fan of Cracked. Again, we say this all the time with Cracked. It is the OG
The
map.
team with the go, I believe that is DNI. She's actually the only female player in this tournament.
So I'm sure these teams have played Cracked thousands of times to prepare for the game. 90 seconds on the clock. They are loading in as we speak.
Now, we did see how good of a job TXD did at anti-stratting TL just in the last match that they played. In terms of DNI, right? DNI, neither of these teams, for a matter of fact, have not played Cracked this tournament yet, right? So not going to have the ability to go ahead and anti-strat. Again, one of the reasons I'm feeling a little bit more confident in DNI's ability to go ahead and take this one. But 1 minute goes before we jump into this thing. Remember,
all right, the crowd's getting ready.
That are on the line. Whoever wins goes into the grand final match. They got to face TL for the second time. They'll have to try to take them down. But first, what stands in the way is going to be DNI and TXD. Losing, you're out of the tournament, you will get third place.
That's right. Third place is nice, but playing in the championship would be huge. You're seeing humongous leaps in pricing, $60,000 if you're able to win it all. 40,000 for second, 30,000 for third. All of these teams have won a sizable amount of money, but it's a big leap if you're able to win this. DNI is looking dialed, ready to rock and roll, take over this map. TXD, how good is their mental? We haven't seen them go from a loss straight into a game yet. Their first loss just suffered a moment ago. Will really test their resolve, but let's load in. And again,
all right, here we go.
Always, as we're loading in, I want to remind
you, chat.
DNI is going to be on the attack, which means they will be in red the entire time we are watching this map. TXD will be defending first. They will be in green. Both teams known for their system. Both teams known to be very strategic, very methodical, with a couple heroes, with a couple star players. Let's see who steps out, steps above the rest. Showcases why they've earned their spot in the grand finals to play against TL. Let's jump into the map. Cracked, a fun one. Another 3-sector map. We go from A to B1 and B2, C1 and C2, and that is it, folks. Let's jump.
Oh, it's going on Cracked. It's on Cracked this time around.
Here we go, a one-flag sector. A lot of teams like to go from this right side over here, the ATVs.
Yeah, see, this is going to be more open. This is going to be a good map for the snipers.
Like the first time in a Warfare game, usually they're pretty hard to do something like that, but teams are going to go ahead and take those ATVs, put the spawn beacons down, and find themselves on top.
The play is hosted in Vietnam.
There should be a big battle for this. TXD does not look too involved.
That's why the time zone difference.
And DNI have a huge advantage. I already see a flank coming in on all the way on the left side of your screen.
Yeah, I like this play from DNI. They're really trying to trap their opponent down in the pit that is A, rather than trying to give up a specific high ground and all death ball together. We've seen death ball strategies from HR that really didn't pay off on this map. They got kind of stockpiled into these buildings and they just got fragged out by all the explosives. So far, so good for DNI. Already putting pressure onto the point, already taking high ground, already taking the flanks.
So is that the AK-12? I think it is. He's got like a 50 mag.
On the map right now, picking up a multi-kill and then some. Looking for more value up on the edge.
Got a quick peek who that squad was actually on the flank. That was going to be Artyom's squad alongside.
So DLE is the ones who are pushing right now,
that's gonna feel bad for
and the NXG is the ones who are defending.
On the flank, right? Pretty much.
So they have the unlimited tickets defended, but the pushers only have 168 tickets.
Push towards that hill that was controlled by them just not too long ago. And once again, the point is just going to be all about trying to get onto it for DNI, right? Smokes are pretty heavily used on this point. Those choke points are not too friendly for walking through, as the utility is able to find a lot of value, and we have actually seen a Seneva shield a couple of times on this map. He's going to want to try to get into one of the buildings and try to hold it down, but as I can see, that front-facing building right below the hill here is already broken down.
important point. There is not, frankly, that much cover on this map. Looks like TXD knows this flank's going to be coming in soon. They've got a couple players over here trying to hold it. Gonna have to just straight up win the gunfights here in order to find some nice value. Saw Tempest zipping around back there. Looks like DNI will be winning that. That's sticks and stacks, like you had mentioned, up on the flank. So far, the defense is able to keep bodies on the point and maintain it full green.
Yeah, right now, it seems like they're holding it pretty well. They got 150 tickets, though. That's still plenty. That's still plenty for these guys to make a big impact. But there is no vehicles. This is more infantry base right now.
Pretty much just one squad versus another squad right now on that hill. If one of them ever
Looking at it from the bird's eye view, it seems like they're already getting a slight little bit of a flank on the right side.
You know, honestly, TXT
But the left, oh, okay, they also got a cannon to use in.
Squad get directly involved on that little.
And notice that sniper is trying. He's trying to take a little bit of cover too, probably because he doesn't want that guy to be sniped from the cannon.
Actually picking one up there on Nell 2G from a distance while his teammate is in that AA gun shelling the point. Maybe trying to open up a hole here, picking up some of the flanking players, or rather some of the players from the defense spawning in. Just trying to give his team a numbers advantage near the point. Romania is going to mark the point for a hold here. If this point A is fully maintained by the defense over the next couple minutes, and they will earn quite a bit of extra score.
Look at all the smoke.
Ask me that in tomorrow's stream. We'll have a big talk about it.
You're going to want to find yourself inside one of those smokes, right? So that way you're.
But today we're just watching the Delta Force Invitational Tournament.
Go down, which is why we see
$200,000 on the line.
Some of these points. Pivotal point now for TXD is going to be this building. Sitting up on the roof is obviously going to be super great as we see Oak right there on the engineer trying to take out that gun.
We're down 50 lives in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
You're burning through lives right now on this first point.
Yeah, I was going to say, they are burning tickets pretty hard.
This first point, it may look easy. It's not that easy to take down. If you don't execute on some of your major pushes, you can lose a lot of lives because of some of these wide open sight lines from the spawn. We're not prioritizing that many revives right now. We're just trying to master on the point with the flankers. The problem with flanking is that if you get
oh, there's one guy using a crossbow?
If your full squad gets wiped, we're down to 115 lives already, folks.
This is the first I've ever seen someone use the the bow.
If DNI doesn't change strategies here, slow down a little bit. And
that's cool. I've never seen someone compete with a bow before. That's really, I like that.
I would like to see them do is send another squad on that flank.
It also is pretty effective, especially at close range. Yeah, if that guy is precise with his shot, he's gonna cause a lot of problems.
They've been fighting, they've been getting kills, but they have not been able to make any ground so far. And quite frankly, you're not making any ground towards the front of the point either. So why not go ahead and find some value over there? The vehicle from Wanza is going to do just that. Try to find some value on the flank.
Red had a huge push through a line while smoking both lanes that they could get shot from. I really like this play. We're going to get the assault vehicle with Wanza and likely several others inside.
Oh.
Wanza goes in.
There goes the vehicle.
Solo and gets cut down. Does that do anything for the team? Doesn't look like it. Was trying to maybe draw some attention so that this force of attackers maybe could pick up
but it didn't work. Unless he's trying to draw attention or use like a vehicle deploy beacon. If he got that pulled off, then that'd be a big deal. But it didn't work.
Certainly the lives have slowed down in terms of dwindling. I assume Dead Dog has communicated to the team, let's get some more medics. Let's prioritize staying together so we can pick up the revives and not just be sacrificing squads. Man, this is a brutal start here for DNI. Very uncharacteristic of a team of this caliber. And
yeah, NXG is really holding this line down. Maybe it's just, maybe they had it. Maybe they want this.
Dead Dog knows it. Gonna drop.
They want this win.
Says, please, let's get on the point. Let's move on to the B sector. We're going to mark the objective to earn the extra score when they think they certainly will get it.
Finally, I see that Artyom squad, they did win out on that flank. No more green over there. So now they can kind of free flow in onto the flank. If they're able to get behind enemy lines right here, look at all this grouped up green. It would be free pickets for them.
Oh, are they trying to do a flank now?
On the green line.
Yep, there's the flank. Look at that. That's a hard push too.
On the point, then there is red. And look at this. All I'm seeing is green in the kill feed. They're just cutting down this attack swiftly.
Yeah, this is bad news for multiple reasons. Obviously, if you're a D9,
well, they're capping it now.
Capture A. The problem also is that they utilize an objective call, which you can earn extra score with, and they utilize an urgent redeployment that essentially did nothing. And I don't know that
That's true. That's true. You know, they just used them points, and some of that wasn't effective at all.
In a tangible way and an intangible way. Finally, DNI getting a little bit of help here with some vehicles. This should hopefully open things up. The assault vehicle, one thing, doesn't help all that much. Wants on a tank, though, this should help, and the defense knows it. They're going to prioritize trying to take down this tank nearly immediately.
Yeah. More than halfway through your tickets, through your lives, and finally the vehicles are going to be the one thing that you're going to be hoping works as a little bit of a crutch here. But I'm not going to lie, TXD showing in full force why they've been so good in the vehicle game. That tank is forced to sit all the way back there. It is
That's crazy. That push, man.
100%
There we go with the second vehicle push. Oh, and that's gone as well.
Similar to how Wanza did, but again, that assault vehicle.
NXG is really holding this down. But like, that's the thing. That was just one vehicle. They also got a tank now.
To go ahead and cut them down, but nobody was on the ground. They're all on the building tops.
Regardless of how the rest of this point goes, this is a net victory for the defense. We're already into 77 lives, and I think the other thing to mention with this too is that for this DNI team to take A, they may have to sack their tank. They may have to sacrifice this giant tank to make sure that they capture this first point and can keep playing the game. It certainly helps when you got a tank destroyer. You can certainly do it. The biggest issue is that you need these vehicles going into the B sector to hold both points at the same time. We've seen it time and time again. B1 taken by the attack quickly, held by...
See, look at all the engineers on that tank.
If we lose vehicles here just to get the...
Yeah, if they lose that tank, that's a big deal. With 69 tickets.
Yeah, I actually see a tank destroyer online now alongside the tank, so vehicles for DNI are going to start becoming quite active here. But they've got to make it happen, and they've got to make it happen fast.
Ooh, you just took 2 hits on that tank.
Dip into those tickets, into those lives, and the following sectors are just going to be that much harder.
Told you, Cracked is swingy, man. I was saying this off broadcast. It feels like no matter who the better team is, anybody can win on Cracked. Shots up at the top, a vehicle called in finally for the defense. With that vehicle landing...
Hey, Delta, how you doing, man?
For DNI to
We're currently just watching the Delta Force Invitational Finals. We're watching the DLE versus NXG right now. And they're playing the Factory Royale. Sorry, the Victory Unit.
Well, going to be dropping that on the point. They want to hold here. They want to hold at A. They've already done their job, but if they can take care of one of these vehicles with it, this could be a big win for the defense. Here's the push, artillery over the top.
You enjoying it? DFI? Yeah, that's good, man. You should have seen this first game. I like TL. They were doing really good.
Absolutely.
And they're in the finals, so whoever really wins this game, best of 3, is going to go into the finals.
Winning the gun battles on the ground. I'm not entirely sure why the LAV from the defensive side is overextending onto a sector that we have already lost.
Legacy, known to be one of the best vehicle operators in this competition, has led his team to victory 1,000 times. Feels like a true mistake. There's no qualms about it. You drive into 3 enemy vehicles, and what do you get for it? You lose your lob. It does look like the defense earns so much score. They're going to be able to replenish, I suppose.
Sleep schedule. Yeah, it's pretty late. It's like 2:40 here in the morning.
Man, I don't know. That one felt weird to me. Here comes the push, though. Only 113.
As you're on the Twitch side, this stream is sponsored by Delta Force, and they are offering exclusive drops for this stream on Twitch. So there is some Twitch rewards you can unlock, but it's just for this event only.
Try to thrive here in Sector B with these vehicles. If they win a couple more vehicle fights, here he goes. Legacy sacked the IFB.
Oh, they're chasing him. He's chasing him. Oh, he's bumped into the tank. Oh no. Oh, maybe he didn't realize that the tank was there.
Look how many engineers are around those 2 vehicles. Unbelievable.
So many engineers. And they got a light tank now.
Such an aggressive play.
You're highlighting the engineers. I want to go ahead and highlight Wanza playing Big Brother.
Hey, that's fine, man. That's fine. We also have the official link, so if you do want to check out the stream on the official stream, you're more welcome to.
Continue the onslaught onto Sarah Jin. Great play there between the 2 vehicles. Now Sarah Jin is going to be able to free flow around the map, does not have to worry about Legacy's tank destroyer as long as there's not another one being called in right now, as I do see there is one being called in. The tank destroyer is trying to find value. Tank destroying, it must do. There's a tank under heavy fire from the defensive side.
It does look like we lose one and gain one. Barely able to keep that IFV alive. Assault vehicle's gone. That has no chance. In TPP playing spoiler as per the usual. On, by the way.
Yeah, that man's causing some chaos with the rocket launcher.
In TPP can't get away with playing something like a Nox or a Tempest.
Oh, that's nice. Good job, good job.
And then killing players.
There was so many people running across though. That's kind of crazy.
I would assume it's going to be
Too many people was running across. There's only so much that guy could have done.
That's going to net them extra score that they need to call in some vehicles. We use the Allure Rocket to scout things out.
Artillery barrage incoming.
Oh no. Really low here, and it does go down. Big shout out to Winter there, TXT with that Allure Rocket.
Yeah, Miang's been in that tank for quite some time, does eventually go down.
Oh, you are Delta? Oh, that would be amazing. Imagine next time I'm here watching a tournament and you're competing in. That would be pretty awesome, man.
Saw the tank get blown up right there.
Sarajin.
They are going to lose that. And yes, Sarajin back in another vehicle. Going to be swapping over from the tank destroyer now into the LAV. So the vehicle game is 1-1. As we say that, I do see some fake parachutes off in the distance. Looks like another vehicle being called in for the attack side.
What times was that? Was that like a 3? It must be like a 3 times or 2.5.
B2 being harried by the classic squad. Stick stacks up on the point. Trading live, trying to harry the defense to keep them engaged at B2 so that the team can fully regain at B1.
Alright, so they got B2 back. 81 tickets.
Reset and then coordinate another push. That is the role of that squad.
Nice. Monza does find those pesky little engineers that were hiding behind the rocks.
In TPP.
Yeah. They were honestly doing a lot of damage.
Hey, I believe you, Delta. You got this, man.
They knew this advanced position was pretty good for taking.
See, this is the thing as well, is that when these vehicles get called in and they're dropping down, well, they're parachuting. That's a huge deal for like the tanks, like the light tank or any type of tank, or even the engineers, because if they can try to take that vehicle down before it lands, that's going to be a huge thing, because then the vehicle's already gone.
Right, this side that they are on right now is very heavily valued.
Dead Dog still sniping, by the way, and actually getting a snipe off on the enemy commander. Pretty good shot. I don't know, some extra score.
So look at it now. They already got the B1, and it looks like they're all trying to hit like the flank side on the far right.
It's actually being read quite nicely.
Oh, look how many people are pushing. Oh, the tank. There it is. Yep, there it is. Tank's gone. But that's a big deal because now they got the side angles so they can slowly pinch up. Because look, 2 tanks, one on the left, one in the middle.
And there's hardly a green player on the map at all right now. They're all spawning in from the far side, throwing rockets down range.
Yeah, they just cleared the bus area.
Side. They should get some serious value.
Yeah, and now they're going to start having the top ground, and there's B2 getting capped.
An absolute collapse onto the point of B2. A tank is going to sneak in, right? Because the 2 vehicles, 40 and 9, did seem to turn their focus towards the point. They cannot go ahead.
Yeah, I heard that TL has been doing really, really good in this one. I think they got it. I think they're the ones going to win it.
So they should be able to just flood onto the point, be it that anybody ever goes down. Take a look at the point though. I see what, like 3, maybe 4 players of TXT on the point. Some of these players got to start getting here, and it's all about the urgent deployment. I'm seeing a lot more find their way here now.
Yeah, Wansa picking up another vehicle kill as well. Just really well done from Wansa, as per usual. One of the best in the biz. And again, this is classic strategy. The commanders will match sometimes when the score is very even. One urgently deploys, the other does as well. Artillery barrage is coming in though, and
here it comes.
To keep bodies on the point.
See, that's a big deal because that's the way that's going to help them push.
From both teams for Sector B. Whoever wins out here in Sector B could very well win this map because of the amount of score that's already been called in. There's another artillery barrage also matching the attackers. Big push. Legacy can't even buy a life.
Oh, man.
time Legacy gets
These guys go.
Legacy goes down. B1 in complete control, at least for a moment. B2 captured, and they have to try this. Defense spawns on the backside. They swing over to B1.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that, Delta.
All their vehicles from
That's
B2.
cool.
Here comes the collapse from an assault vehicle and a tank. Let's see what the defense can do. They've got a strategic beacon inside B1.
There's the tank gone.
They get the vehicle down and spawn 9 people on B1.
But that's a big deal. But like, there's the enemy vehicle. Oh, that tank's, yeah. There goes that vehicle. I honestly don't know what they charged that in with the vehicle. They should have went back.
Shout out to whoever put that down.
But all they did was just flip it around because they just got B2. And okay, here's a vehicle coming in.
Two vehicles while taking B1, and because of all that, when the dust does settle, they're going to be in control of B1, and the vehicle game is going to be equalized 1-to-1, a tank for DNI and a LAV available for TXD. But you want to talk about equalizing things? Not really, because that was a huge win for TXD no matter what happens on this B sector. DNI down to 40 tickets remaining.
Yeah, this is really well done from TXT, and the fact that they were able to get this B1 point off, actually, it was a great play, great beacon, great bodies on point. It feels like a misplay here from DNI more than anything. They knew that the only option when B2 was fully wiped was the spawn on the far side.
Oh, look at the damage that guy's doing at B1. But like, they're capping it. But like, that's the thing, there's the other team of B2 now. It's like that backwards and forwards pull, and yeah, vehicle's gone. Went over the mines.
Punished by that again.
Oh, this might be it for DLE. They're gonna lose that first game.
Catastrophe for DNI after so much momentum was regained. TXD putting up a great showing here on defense and cracked.
Incredibly well done. Somehow they actually still have B1. I thought they all went to B2 and gave up B1, play that tug of war.
It's all vehicles. It's just the vehicle trades here. DNI got a little bit too desperate and get punished for it.
Copy.
Yeah, this is all done and dusted, right? I mean, 25 tickets remaining. Your vehicles that are trying to get spawned in, they're under pressure right now. They are going to touch ground, but golly, think about it, man. You now got to capture both sectors, both flags, with very little remaining.
To win this right now, they've got their tanks back on the field and they've got a vehicle advantage. To win
Hey, thank you very much for the likes, guys. Do appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the stream.
Going to give it to them so they can back up and prepare for B2. The second thing they're going to do is they've got to leave one of these tanks on B1 while everybody else goes to B2. If you invest everything on an all-in on B2, the exact same thing is going to happen. So at least one tank on B1 while the rest of everybody else heads to B2. An artillery barrage landing on top of B1.
I don't. They ain't got it, chap. They ain't got it. Not with 22 tickets left. Not with 22.
Red is picking up kind of an insane amount of value here on the point, and Sarah Jin falls.
They ain't got it.
Job not
They ain't
done.
got it.
As we move towards B2, the defense out of vehicles.
This is literally the last stretch. Oh, here comes the rocket. Listen.
B1 in complete control. B2
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. My bad.
B2,
I thought the rocket was coming in.
You have to.
If they're careful, DNI can actually pull this off. They've pretty much wiped the map. The tanks were picking up so many kills right now.
Still 21 tickets.
To the flank on the left side. So that same exact thing does not happen to them again. But at the end of the day, you have to get on the point. And what better to do that than a beacon? And
Oh, they got a beacon.
Exact time.
That's perfect. So now they can just keep spawning on that on the area. They got to flood that B2 area.
We've got maybe one player holding B1 because they don't want to make any more mistakes. And Sarah
No way. Did you just see that tank get up there?
On top of the buildings, looking down on the point, and then thinks better.
Oh, you know, the tank got himself up there. He could actually like peek himself from that B2 and just take him out. Can he get himself up there though? He can. That's a clever move. Look at that. And that's a big deal because he's going to stop them people in the corridor. But now he's lining himself up. He's getting the engineers behind him.
This is exactly what I talked about. This was their only path to success, and finally they are finding it. We may very well see Sector C.
Yeah, I mean, TXT, they have a
It's been a year for this game, so it's many updates for it, and I believe also as well they have a Christmas update coming out at some point.
But a beacon, a last-second glimmer of hope for the defensive side of things for TXT. They're trying to put the beacon down. They're trying to get on B2, but it's all red. It's all red. It's all DNI.
They got it. They got it. They got that push.
pays off, folks.
They got one more sector. One more sector.
C1 and C2 in 60 lives.
Yeah, it was 60 lives.
Game 3, regardless of the fact that this is map 1. This is so even, so close. Both teams having moments of greatness. Sarah Jin just drives over the top of all of these buildings to prepare for what's next on C1 and C2. Now you may be asking yourself, now what? Yes, you can blow C1 to smithereens. I don't think we have the score that we need to be able to do that. We've invested so much score into urgent redeployments, into artillery barrages, into our beacons. Both teams investing a lot of score pretty early in this Sector B. I say early, we've been going for nearly 23 minutes at this point already. Sector C is going to be very difficult for the attack. They're sitting a strike.
23 minutes this game has been going on, guys.
C1, which is pretty standard.
Well, the match at the top, it says that, oh, that's probably the delay. But they're playing cracked. This is one of the original maps what came out for Delta Force.
From that tank as we get closer and closer to what will be the final couple pushes here.
Sarah Jin is in probably the most disgusting spot I have ever seen for a vehicle.
Yeah, the recent season for this game, this is what I was using Scar H on. And I had a really good game. I think I dropped like 60 kills on attacking and defending.
I'm going to mention again. Where
oh, it was a great one. Yeah, I haven't used the Scar H in a while, so it was good to use that one. But you have to use that on the engineer side.
A lot of damage there. That backside tank might go down. The frontside tank actually tanked one of the shots. Otherwise, the backside tank goes down. Literally 1 HP in a dream. Can an Allura rocket clean up the deal here before the engineers heal it up? Looking like...
So it looks like they're already capping the C1 flag. 2 tanks.
HP bar, but there's a lot of chaos happening on C1 right now. Again, 14-9 to
oh,
win.
this is NXG, is it?
Maintain a hold and set a foothold for a respawn.
He's trying to clear out that C1 flag. Well, yeah, because that team's probably gonna... No, this is probably... no, this is DLE. DLE, so it is red.
Every time we've seen crashes, there's only one other time here in...
Yeah, he's got an engineer surfing his vehicle for the repairs.
It was just a back and forth on the in-between spaces.
But the thing is how is he going to do it? Because he's got a light tank and a heavy tank.
You'd have a chance.
An extended match here on Crack, just barely. C1 has now been conceded. They did try to fight for it a little bit, but only able to take out 6 tickets. 54.
Oh, that tank at the front is pretty weak. He's half HP.
DNI.
Big fight.
I'm starting to think about it, right? Vehicles obviously playing a big part of this. What about a guided
I can't believe there's a tank on the rooftop.
I think the score has been racking up. My eyes are kind of looking towards Sarah Jin, right? Been in that tank for a very long time.
Oh.
Has not had to replace it since forever ago. So the score has got to start to rack up, right? 50.
So they have a tank on the top hill as well. So there's only so much these tanks can push.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was a great play. That was a great play. They back up, they were low, but you saw everybody pop out of the vehicles, throw up their Allura rockets, and all connect on the same vehicle. Big takedown.
But C2 is getting captured right now. Obviously,
yeah, the fact is they all use their Allura rockets at the same time. They got some nice comms. I'm really curious how they do the comms. Are they just communicating between the team, or how they communicate between them all?
Stacks. You can see him actually playing in his forward position. They're putting a little bit of pressure. Uh-oh. Force the defense to back up.
Oh, this tank. Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
Hard to be a difference maker when your vehicle gets
and they still got 2 tanks, so both of their tanks, the DLE tanks, they're already gone.
Maybe even in this match, the war of attrition always goes to the defense, and right now TXD is winning that. If they can hold on just for a little bit longer, they will win this game.
After the tank did get lost, they're then forced to go ahead and call on that tank, right? That's going to cost a little bit of score that I was talking about. Thought that he was going to be able to start racking up that score towards the guided missile, but because the vehicle went down, going to have to reinvest now. C2 has not really been touched yet. The boots on the ground have not been able to advance the line, and a big reason for that is the 2 tanks on the side of TXD holding this.
See, this is what I was saying earlier on, chat. So when these vehicles are coming down on the ground, that's an important time, because that's when the vehicles are exposed. And if you could destroy that before they even use it, because once they're already using it, it's hard to destroy it.
And counting. Got a respawn beacon, but a route man back here with Winter find it with the tank.
All right, there you go. Got to respawn the beacon. That's a big deal. Big deal right there. Because that can make all the teams spawn on it.
into the world situation, but would have been helpful to get Styx' squad back into the mix very quickly.
To DOE, they got 2 tanks again. Looks like they're both on the left side.
Set the objective, earn some extra score for what will be the
Look at this long distance tank fight.
Just get that score in time, maybe call a guided missile even from the defensive side to assuredly net a victory.
Yeah, NXG is taking C1 with 21 tickets left, and they got to try to get 2 flags.
They're trying to find something happen, but
they got to be careful now, and they got to make sure everyone's getting picked up. This is too much pressure for them.
They went ahead and tried to recapture C1.
This is the right play from the defensive side. They're not giving up C2. They know the pressure's on at C1. They also know the same win condition I mentioned before. The win condition for DNI is to have complete control over C1, spawn in from there, and make an organized push. Sarah Jin in deep trouble. Very, very low. 1 or 2 more rockets. Those triple blaster shots will land, but we got enough. No, we don't have enough engineers in TPP.
Oh my god.
The assault in TPP takes down Sarah Jin. I said there was a couple
Oh,
in the coffin, but
wait, he's got the armor piercing on. He's fighting the tank. He's fighting the tank. Oh, he got the tank.
But we only have 11 lives.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's 11 lives. Okay, so DOE, they have the C1 flag, so they need 1 more flag. Although that flag is open, but how are they going to push it? And as the commentator's saying, yeah, it's really the last push.
They almost ran out of tickets. They're in the same situation again, but this one's a little bit different.
Oh, the tank got destroyed before it hit the ground.
It all looks done and dusted, especially when the vehicle...
Yeah, they lost their vehicle as well, so the push is going to be too tough.
They're taking it slow, though. DNI trying to go ahead and find something that they can do together. They are losing a couple of lives here and there, but TXT, they're still in the aggressiveness.
Yeah, and there's the next vehicle. They keep getting every vehicle.
Sky, and the push towards C1 is still happening. It's been the same squad over and over again.
That's how important it is to get that vehicle out in the sky before it lands.
And there, and as a result,
But at this point, now they don't have the vehicles, there's no way they can push this.
Have any pressure on C2. We're not going to get an overtime here. I can almost assure you of that.
No, I think once the tickets run out, that's it.
Redeployment time. A beacon landed by Veronica.
So the thing is, though, like NXG, no way.
Veronica sneak in and grab that beacon down with pressure on C2.
Oh, he sneakily put a beacon, and he did. Look how many people are spawning in. Oh my goodness. So they got a beacon in the side. All the streets are coming in. Oh, but this is the thing. As they focus so hard for C2, they're losing C1. So even if they cap C2, they're going to lose C1. And I think if they cap C1, I think this is it. I think this is it.
60 seconds.
No, yeah, it's a minute overtime.
The only number that matters here in overtime.
So it did go as overtime, and now they got a spawn beacon from DOE.
Wow.
Is it from DOE? Oh, is he? Oh, he's waiting on the spawn beacon.
Again, they're all over C1. A guided missile, a Hail Mary, something, please work.
Oh yeah, here comes the guided missile. This is the make or break. It's the make or break, chat.
We're gonna have to see if it finds any sort of value. It's gonna go on the C2. It does find 3 kills.
How many gets?
Yes, they might
Is it 3 or I think it's 3. Yeah. I think it's another rocket. No. Just 1.
4 players. Sarah Jin, no vehicles, so I'm gonna put a gun in my hand.
Oh, but 30 seconds to try to push a tank. You know, that tank has to just charge it straight away. Both of them. Both of them have to charge it straight away. It's the only way.
Another one.
If one of them pushes right in the middle, then the other one can flank. Here comes the guided missile.
Right on the heads of TXT.
Looks like C1 is getting capped, but they're losing C2. What's the difference? Oh, yep. There's NXG with the flank of the tank.
Missile will change everything if it hits on anything. Dead Dog picks up 1. CVV2.
Oh, he only got 1 with the rocket.
C1 is deep in trouble. C2 is at nearly a perfect tie. Who will win the gunfight? Who will
Look how close this is. 10 seconds. They're inches away.
Oh my gosh.
They won with 9 seconds left. Wow.
Missile lands. The map goes the other way.
And NXG called that missile in.
Separates us on
dude, talk about a close game.
But it's DNI towards the end of things. A couple of
How did
lives
they even
remaining.
do that?
Somehow the clutch comes in. Somehow they sneak on the C2.
Dude,
Somehow
that's
they
probably
force
that's an
overtime,
insane
and
clutch.
somehow the beacon, the infinite lives, the urgent deployment.
I actually thought they were done.
It was finally
I
enough.
thought they were done. That's how did they even manage that? How did they even manage that, bro?
Right now that you'd think they just won the entire match. What an
Oh my goodness. What a game.
on Cracked. We've been saying that a couple of these games are close. It is impossible to be any closer.
Okay, chat. So we're going to send all of you guys over to the official stream. Big thank you to Delta Force for sponsoring this stream. I do appreciate it. And I tell you what, I'm glad we watched that match. That's for sure. I can't believe that even they... How... What, 7 seconds to the final part? That's crazy. So thank you very much to Delta Force once again for sponsoring the stream. To everyone coming along, thank you. This was Delta Force Invitational Tournament for $200,000. Obviously, the game's going on right now is DNI versus NGX. But yeah, so whoever wins this one is going to be going into the finals against TL. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for the love and support as always. I do appreciate it. And of course, once again, to Delta Force, thank you for sponsoring the stream. I do appreciate it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to send you a raid to the official stream. I'll see everyone later on for our other stream. Alright, bye, guys. See you all tomorrow or today.